Here's game number 1 of the bi-weekly 2 day 3. Sorry about that. We have WBG Spider against FPSEQ's Verse. Pulse Sword against Halberds here for Spider. Gonna eat up the damage there off the LMB focus there from the opposing Justina in the back end. The Scare Rush connects as well. In the back end, we got Pace now applying the pressure onto the Justina. Verse is gonna have the F to avoid being eliminated just yet, but we still have Pace picking the Justina, but Spider's gonna pick up the elimination here now. Pace against Spider this time around. Aquos V, Hottie, RB mains gets the double hits there off the Halberds. Big damage here is going to cancel LB focus. Pace now going to cross up still. Wants to get aggressive onto Spider. Since LB focus is going to cancel to the 1 point for the Halberds. No, the terrain was not in his favor. The RB's coming out once again. And a big player here for Pace. And Spider's going to be eliminated off of this. And Pace stays up. And that's a nice start up here for Pace.
Great kill here from Pace. Perfect timing on the parry to be able to come away with the damage for the elimination here. As we're going to take a look, JL's AIS already taking a bit of damage as well. BBE slows in full pursuit. AIS got a little bit of a weapon and armor advantage here. Slows only on the blue weapon, gray armor. Is going to try and find himself a little bit better gear before re-engaging into this fight here. So we're going to take a look now. Bowda's action on the Fist Blades, KLA's T225 as well. Matari v Matari right off the rip here as we are going to see the uppercut combo coming in into the jumping LMB. We are going to see KLA's T225 backing off. We're getting a little clank action going on here. Action into the armor swap as well as T225. This fight very evenly matched here as we are seeing gray Fist Blades versus blue Fist Blades. KLA's T225 able to get into the jumping LMB, tries to extend the combo here, unable to connect. Action trying to go for a bit of a heal, is going to miss up the heal. We're going to see the F2 coming in. Action not going to connect on the F2, isn't able to get the combo starter off here as we're going to see KLA going in for the grapple into the jumping LMB, able to come away with a lot of damage here into another confirm from the F2 into an elimination. Action going to be sent to the Soul Altar early here as KLHC225 picks up his first elimination of the game. Now we're flipping over GG Shaw facing up against EWG's Arano here. Armor swap coming out from Arano, does have that purple staff in hand. GG Shaw able to get the overhold, huge damage coming out, gets it a second time, 1 HP onto Arano. He finds an armor swap down below, ultimate available, but Shaw getting a huge parry coming through. He is going to be able to come away with the eliminations as Frostivus does try and come in and snake the kill away, going into a Fist Blades attack here, able to use that timing to be able to mess up Shaw. Switches over to the purple staff that was on the ground here. We are going to see the ultimate coming out from Shaw now. This could be dangerous situations as he is going to go for the Pokeball, but Frostivus dangerously low here. Does have that Pokeball, does have the ultimate coming out here from the V2. We are going to see Frostivus getting eliminated very quickly here from GG Shaw's Liam ultimate.
Yeah, and that was a crazy V2 catch there for GG Shaw. Catches Frostivus on flight mode. That's super unfortunate for him. And man, the V2 is just super safe. But we got Wan Liang. 1, 2, 3 connects there for AIS. And he is going to pick elimination onto Wan Liang on the Justina. Was running the V2, I believe. Did get the freeze, but still gets eliminated now. Common Armor to Liam. Still has ultimate online. We have Star in the mix. T225 on the top side as well on the Matari. Star now looking to try to reposition himself. Go ahead and try to collect more resources in this area. Do have him on the Fist Blades right now, on the Keelan as well. The ult's about to go online pretty soon. But yeah, the V2 Liam, I mean, we saw some crazy stuff last week. Even for the Shadow J Cup and Morris Cup, we just seen some crazy conversions with that. You can release blue if you get focused. You catch the Pokeball. If you have a fan in your hand as well, you get double R&B focuses into a restand. I mean, it's just super disgusting how good the V2 is. But T225 getting active against slows right now. Fist Blades invested here for both players. We do have the Tesla Ultimate is going to be weaved there into the F there from T225. Doesn't get the full capitalization off the prowl there now. Slows is trying to back on up here. Does miss that Tesla Ultimate. Trying to kite this out to try to get the rest of the rage percentage to be able to get the second. Oh, but it looks like T225 is going to cut the chase for now. We do have our first Roman Yang starting the form run up here for game number 1. AIS on 2 eliminations. Spider as well with 1. GG Shaw with 2. And Pace with 1 currently here for this game. Verse now on the Hottie. I believe that's a Justina. Justina with a blue dagger in hand here for Verse. We have to wait and see what he cooks up. He definitely wants to take this Roman Yang. We've seen him time and time again. T-Star, AIS, all posted up on this Roman Yang. We also have Wan Liang in the mix. Arano starting to move on in as well. Slows and T225 might be contesting that top right-hand side Roman Yang. Bowda's action, SS1, Pace on the bottom hand side. GG Shaw might want to start moving on in. WBG Spider in the middle, Roman Yang. Frostivus might contest that as well. So we do have a little bit of a scrap balls right before we enter the Roman Yang. And the Roman Yang you really want to keep your eye out is the one on the right hand side a lot of players starting to form on up. We do have first starting to move on up to the top hand side, so it could be the pressure could be moved up there to T225 and slows or Ronald Wong Long. Everybody's starting to move on up. We see him here, and this could be bad for whoever picks up the ticket here or the pass. But Pace and GG shot with a little bit of love taps. We got Aquas v Liam here. Proc comes in off the nunchuck, sends it, gets the nunchuck meter burn. F called in there for the Liam to avoid the full damage. Does lose pretty much all that purple armor. It's gonna be a quick reset here for Pace and GG Shaw as well.
SS1 Pace, they're able to get the meter dump off the nunchucks trigger. Not something that we see happen often, so being able to throw that out, definitely confusing Shaw a little bit here as they are going to race for that Yang pass. It looks like Shaw was able to get a little bit of a grapple stun over onto Pace, but Pace now full aggression into the slap here. We're seeing a little bit of slap action going on from Pace, trying to chase desperately around to try and collect this Yang pass from GG Shaw. Looks like he's going to be dealing as much damage as possible. Shaw trying to come in with the overhold. We are going to see the F getting invested from Pace. Ultimate getting invested now from Pace as well. We are going to see the grab connecting, and Shaw taking so much damage here is going to just go for the reset and opt to give Pace that Yang pass. There still is 30 seconds on the clock. GG Shaw does have ultimate available. He's going to wait for Pace's ult to go down. Then he's going to hop right back into that circle with his ult of his own. Send a little bit of that Liam V2 action going off here as there we go. You see him coming right back in here. Pace now all has to do is kite for 10 more seconds. We are going to see the Liam ult getting invested now. He's going to have to try and tap dodge these as fast as possible. It goes for the charge around. We're going to see the F1 coming out. He could just get grabbed as soon as we see it come through. Does not come away with the grab. Now Pace, all he has to do, make it into the realm of Yang, and he makes it in safely. It looks like it's going to be Spider versus Pace, Frostovitz versus Fun Plus Phoenix here, as we are going to be seeing these realm of Yang start to take place. We've got one more Yang possibility happening here as we are going to take a look. Pace versus Spider here right off the start. The range shots coming through. Looks like nothing's going to connect except for one from a Spider here, as we are going to see the taps coming out from the staff, coming through with the 1-2 Pace on the nunchucks here. Going to try and go for a bit of tech chase into the F1, attacking Spider very quickly here. Spider taking a lot of damage, only has that blue armor in hand. Coming through, huge parry coming up from Spider here. Ultimate going to get invested early here from Pace. Pace is going to try and go for the grab of the F1 coming out. Huge parry off on the scale rush here. Going to switch over to the staff to be able to get that extra bit of damage. Tries to go for the grab, does miss the second Tiger Leap here, as we do see Pace going to go for a bit of a reset, as well as Spider in the sky on the Haughty ultimate is going to try and go for a bit of damage, but the scale rush is Pace able to just do so much to kite him out. Does make that first shot. The burn damage is going to come into play here. Pace trying to avoid as fast as possible, is doing a very good job at tap dodging here. And now Spider without ultimate is going to get aggressed on from the scale rush here. Huge parry coming out now. Spider getting parried a second time into another scale rush here. Pace trying as desperately as he can here, but now Spider coming with the hung sword into the uppercut combo. Grapple bump extension here. All he needs to do is get one more LMB prio here, but is going to get caught with the overhead combo from Pace. Oh my goodness, the slap's coming out, but he gets the LMB prio one more time. Spider, what it been a dream, and he comes back, eliminating Pace. Hung sword, and we show the specialty. WBG Spider, he's got his own katana skin for a reason. We call that the 3-band king action here, as WBG Spider able to get that one crucial LMB prio to save his life.
Yeah, that was massive there from Spider. Star is going to win at FPX ZQ as well. And yeah, the slap might look a little trolly, like they're just trolling, but it has really good value. You're safe, you can't get parried, you can clink off focus attacks. If you're able to catch the tap dodge as well off of it, I mean, the slap, I feel like that's going to be a new playstyle that we're going to start seeing a lot more as well, because it has its values with it. And now with the slap being a lot quicker than the kick, it has that potential with Spider. Oh, could have continued down the cliff, but he is going to drop in slows. So to go ahead and invest his ultimate here. Clink comes in off the focus. He's going to have to try to create the space. And Chapman connects here for slows. It looks like he is going to use this to try to back on up, but Spider quickly back on the scene. The counter grapple does connect for Spider. R&B Minx. Oh, F called in there for the Tesla to avoid the last and final hit. And slows is very weak right here. He needs to be real careful. Spider is going to pick up the elimination. Picks it up there off the Soul Smolder. Musket shot not even needed there for Spider. Now TE BBE Star against FPSZQ's Verse. Verse has that Vermilion's Verse mic, so he can't get active. He's going to go ahead and invest his Justina ultimate. He is running B2. Now the Keelan ultimate is going to be invested for Star as well. In the back end, can't connect with one this time around. He's trying to wait this out. He is not going to eat up a lot of damage. Trying to tap out his roll. He's going to get clip off the second. The third connects as well. Back-to-back juggles as well. Big damage there for the Keelan. Now Star applying lots of pressure onto Verse. And we got action moving on to the party as well. The freeze connect, but in the back, so you got to be careful off the focus attack. And it's going to be Star with the elimination of release first. Bird's Might is going to connect. Now Star with very low HP. He's going to have to fight Action, and Action might pick up a freebie here. Trying to find the last hit, and he is. And Action comes on in. Now Frostivus coming in high here against Action. 1v1. LB Proud here for Frostivus. 2-1 off of this. Big damage there off the focus attack. Now Mataru to investor here for Action. Trying to overhold. Got to be careful with the TP focus attack. Frostivus going try to create the space. He's going to go ahead and reapply the pressure. Has the F to stay safe this time around. Action now is going to release that 2.0 off the halberds onto Frostivus, and Frostivus going to go ahead and invest his Hadi ultimate. Is going to full chase down the Mataru in this situation. Possibly take a full reset as well. With 1 minute and 15 seconds, he has to try to cleanse his Yang depletion timer in his back. So there's a lot of pressure here from Frostivus. Time is ticking. Action drops very low. In the back end, he drops very low. Someone releases a musket shot, I believe. Might have been Burst in the back end. Action do a really good job staying mobile. F caught in to avoid the last hit there from Frostivus. Still creating the space. We got Star and Burst all full chasing down. Who's going to be picking up the elimination here in this situation? Second round, we ain't starting farm one up, and it's going to be Burst with the elimination there onto Action.
Action getting eliminated here. Frostivus not able to get the Soul Bloom, the thing he so desperately needed to cure that Yang depletion. Is going to go for a bit of a reset here, but needs to get aggressive. Again, all of these players having a little bit more power for their ultimate, and Frostivus now only at 17%. This is going to be a very sticky situation for him. He's only got 34 seconds left until he's completely eliminated from the lobby. He's going to focus all of his attention onto Verse here. Verse is going to try and come away with something, but a huge parry coming up from Frostivus, taking away almost all of his health and shield here. We are going to see the ultimate almost available for Verse, so this could be it for Frostivus here. He only has 18 seconds left. Now all Verse needs to do is kite out Frostivus for a little bit. We're going to see the armor swap coming in. Frostivus now going to get parried himself here, switching over to the nunchucks. We are going to see the F getting invested. No damage coming in from Frostivus here. We do see the aim almost getting eliminated here. Verse, no charges left. Gets another armor swap into another parry, but the Yang depletion comes time here. Now Verse now getting third party here by Arano. No ultimate available for him. Is going to try and just kite out as fast as possible. Does have that one charge left. He did use it up here. You do see the V2 we only get 2 charges of your ultimate, but you don't have to wait for them to be out of focus to be able to connect with the freeze. Huge parry coming in from Arano here. Tries to go for another parry in the middle of the air, but is going to be able to just get it with a jumping LMB coming through on the buttery rocks. It's definitely a difficult place to take your fights here, as Pace going to go through into the scroll wheel swap here, able to come away with the elimination with the pistol, coming through, picking up his 3rd elimination of the game here. He is working as hard as he possibly can to come through and get himself in the top 12. He's at 15th place right now, but with the way he's playing and the consistency that he is able to show all of these other players, he could be a contender for the bi-weekly finals this week. We've got WBG Spider now and EWG's Arano in the realm of Yang.
This is a big scrap off as well. We have gold dual blades in hand for Spider and gold pulsar for Arano. Both players starting off high. We do have a soul smolder here for Spider. Counter grapple there for Arano. Trying to find an opening for himself. Spider tries to clink off of that. He is going to eat up the damage. And look at the damage there off the pole sword. Now Spider responds as well with 1 focus attacks him. Go ahead and even out this. He also has Cavalry Bloom there for the dual blades. Trying to catch the prior off of this. Clink comes in off the focus now. Catches the raw uppercut. Can't get the 1.0. He does manage to do so to the musket shot as well. Arano now is going to be forced to pop his ultimate. But the Keeling ult does chunk out that white health. He needs to see if he can try to take a full reset. And the RB Ming's going to use the ult to avoid that slash there. Perfect play there from Spider. Now Arano trying to wait and see if he can catch Spider lacking. Holding it out right behind the pillar. Trying to see who gets antsy off of this. Spider goes in. Doesn't connect off of that. He's going to weave that slash there from Arano. Trying to see he can find the damage there onto Spider. But Spider applying the pressure well. He is going to win this second Realm of Yang as well. He's going to get another gold weapon as well. We do have Shaw as well winning his Realm of Yang. The gold armor for Spider. Gold longsword with a gold jade as well. Plus the White Tiger's powers. Not sure if they are going to be picking up another buff. I think Mike picked up, I forgot what buff he picked up, and I'm not sure what realm it was, but he went off pick. I think it was Realm 1, so it could be different. I think he picked Mystic Might out of the gate. So, you know, that's just something that I am going to keep in my eyes on in these games, seeing if anybody tests out a different buff opposed to, you know, the standard, which is, you know, Vermilion's Birds Might Realm 1, and then the White Tigers Realm 2 that we standard see now for all these games. But, you know, Arano now is going to have these Yang depletion timer. He has to try to get active pretty soon.
Pace as well on the Yang depletion. It looks like he did lose to GG Shaw in the realm of Yang, and now they are going to be going at it together. Pretty isolated in this fight, so not too much danger of a third party here. And that is one of the things why these players are picking the Vermilion's Bird Might after that realm of Yang. They do have that option to be able to have themselves eliminated and come back into the game. It does give you a huge safety factor and makes it so much easier for these players to get aggressive and take more fights here, as Arano now does have his ultimate available, so he is going to be able to answer Pace back with a whole bunch of damage as soon as that ultimate comes out here. But we are going to see him get caught into the uppercut, into the 2-on-1 here. We are going to see Arano now forced to dash himself away with his ult charges, is going to be losing a little bit more health. Does go for the armor swap here, tries to connect, does miss here. F1 coming out for Pace. Gonna try and bring it around, has not made a connection yet on his ultimate, is gonna lose all of his ult charge. This is gonna be very difficult for Arano now. Is gonna be forced to try and kite out as fast as possible. Gray armor, purple dagger, does have that movement buff with the dagger here, as we are gonna see go into the 1-2-3, as Arano now taking so much damage into the clank here, tries to come through into the 1-2-3. Oh my goodness, brings it out from the 1-2. Huge parry coming out, and Arano getting eliminated here. Pace keeping himself in this game, putting himself onto 4 eliminations. He's actually doing very well for himself right now. Even though he lost the realm of Yang, he's able to come back, get himself a soul bloom, bring himself further and further into the rest of this game. As we're going to take a look now, GG Shaw coming up on the TE Star.
GG Shaw, gold dual blades for both players right now. TE Star with an F there from the Keelan to knock GG Shaw out top of the terrain. Now trying to reaggress the situation. GG Shaw trying to see get some more damage onto Star. Star does have the ult online if he needs it. We have Spider moving on into the party as well. This could be a lot of pressure moving, but you do see someone trying to kite around. So that is going to be the player that is going to be getting full aggressed on in the situation. Both of these players trying to lay down some range pressure onto Star. Star is just like, let me go. I just need to stay alive. But no, the pressure is going to continue going his way. We have another player showing up. It's going to be Pace. And that's going to be 4-piece for Pace as well as WBG Spider. It's starting to eat up a lot of damage here. Now, getting hits there onto both of those players. Getting some of that siphon back. You see his white HP going right back off of getting those siphon hits there from the ult, and now the ult is offline, and Spider's the first one on the scene with that soul smother is going to be taking out some burn damage here. RB Minx and Spider with elimination as well, and we've seen Spider now throughout these games. He's been super consistent with good amount of elimination throughout his games as well, and he's starting off hot here for game number 1.
Yeah, first bye week, we didn't see too much of Spider coming out. He was down in the bottom of the rankings, but now we're seeing the old Spider starting to come back here as a huge parry is going to come out from him. He does wait out that Liam F1, knows that it's going to be burnt now, as we are going to see him trying to make another play for the crown here. They are getting super aggressive really early here. This is only game number 1, and we have 3 people left. This is going fast. 10 minutes left in the game. Usually we've got a lot of players left here, as we can see beautiful tap dodge of the ultimate there, as WBG Spider is going to hop on to that Haughty ultimate as fast as possible, try and see if he can get some damage off. Does prevent the heal from Shaw there, isn't going to be able to hit the V2 from the Liam. Shaw now in a dangerous position. His Pace coming in with a super huge pole sword scale rush, coming in with the blistering edge as well, dealing a lot of damage. Shaw forcing himself to come through with another armor swap, tries to flip over here, but Pace gonna be able to come away with the elimination, putting him 5-5. Whoever wins this wins the game. It's gonna be, oh my goodness, 5 eliminations to 5 eliminations here. We are gonna see the overhold come through, but the F1 gonna come out now. Pace trying to do a little bit of looting here into the cavalry bloom of his own here, getting the 1-2. F invested from Spider. Spider does not have his ultimate. Pace does have the ult online. Looks like they are going to go for a bit of a reset here. Spider able to get these pots off, actually super crucial here, into the assault smolder, into the 1-2. Here we go. We see the clank coming out here. Both of these players very equally matched with their weapons. We're going to see the armor swap coming up from Spider into the overhold, into the, oh my goodness, into the martial artist Jade on the dual blades here. Absolute insanity coming out here. Spider taking so much damage, does have that ult available now. We are going to see him coming into the sky with the Haughty ultimate, able to find himself another armor swap here, as Pace is going to go for a bit of a reset here. Spider now trying to make something happen. F1 invested. Pace trying to do some tap dodging, does a great job of getting out of the way here, but he still does have that ultimate available. Is going to end up picking up what I believe was a gold armor off the floor here to be able to get himself a little bit more HP when trying to go for the reset. Having a gray armor is definitely not the most ideal situation here. Spider doing a great job of sustaining here. Tries to go for the overhold here. Is going to connect into the second one, forcing the ultimate out from Pace here. Now all he's got to do is tap dodge. Misses the first Tiger Pounce. Pace playing this a little bit too close to the vest. Is going to be losing a lot of HP here now. Tries to get the slash off. Is able to get that second Tiger Pounce to connect here into the extra damage from the combo here. We are going to see him connect here into the 1-2. Tries to go for an uppercut combo, but isn't going to be able to connect. Low ultimate left here. Off F1 available for Spider here. Is going to be able to bring it back in, and now it's just a mirror matchup here, and Pace is going to take it. The overhold coming through. Oh my goodness, SS1 Pace with the come from behind victory. Ladies and gentlemen, what a play. Beats Spider at his own game. The gold dual blades back to back to back. The cavalry bloom. Oh my goodness, Pace, what a play. He came out here. He said he was going to do it. He knew he wasn't going to be able to win if he had the full sword out. He's able to find those golden dual blades. He picks them up, switches over, and the cavalry bloom coming through doing so much damage. Able to kite out the haughty ult. Able to make sure the Spider doesn't get enough time to reset and regain his footing.
Pace often to, you know, stay with the to the standard V1. Post from switching it up with the V2. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how he does in his game and seeing if the V1 is still on top. But we're gonna have to wait and see. We have burst against AIS. Massive jump parry there from AIS. Trying to bait out the F, and there it is for the Keelan burst now. Gonna get recut off the prowl with no weapon in hand. It's gonna snag up the common dagger this time around. Since the R&B focus there onto Verse, and AIS now has the health advantage, but we have WBG Spider in the mix, and we've seen Spider land here time and time again, multiple times, and we've seen other players starting to spawn here as well. Off of different games. So we have to wait to see. Frostivus picking up elimination off drop onto Pace, and Pace coming off of a win still has to scale on up now with one elimination on the board, but Verse and AIS still going at it, overholding. Since the R&B focus on the calming staff, catches the R&B on the ground, tries to catch the tap dodge, does not manage to do so. Now what's going to be the mix up here? AIS has the opening, but Verse now has to deal with Spider and AIS at the same time right now. He does see a little bit of kiting here to avoid some of this, but Spider on the Matardi does not manage to catch this right now. He does not be able to see this right now. We do see what's going to be happening here. He is going to send the R&B focus in the back end. We see Spider now. He is going to be able to get the elimination here. We are going to have to wait and see how he does. AIS now is going to eat up the damage off the LMB. Now the test ultimate is going to be weaved here from Spider. We got the LMB prior from Spider. There's going to be big damage here. Still, look at the damage off of common fist blades, and he's going to recash the prior there, and Spider is going to pick up his first elimination of game number 2.
I believe we're not on the completely newest patch. The fist blades are still very, very strong. They have had a couple of nerfs at this point, but they are still incredibly strong. Even a pair of great gray fist blades is going to be a very, very, very difficult play to try and fight against here, as we are going to be taking a look. WBG Spider still on those gray ones, but he does have a lot of power under his belt here on the Matari. Already has 2 eliminations under his belt for game number 1, coming out the gates swinging, playing super aggressive here, as we see Wolves Wang Liang did hit that salvation podium right off the bat, so he's going to have that gold weapon in hand.
All right, let's see it now. Wang Liang, nice weapon off drop. He is going to have the weapon scalage plus from all the other players right now with a cold rarity in the beginning of the game. It's always a nice sight for these players to be able to secure a gold weapon, not having to go inside the realm of Yang, not having to, you know, risk getting that Yang depletion timer. So that's going to be a nice little setup there for the longsword Spider. Now, on the blue longsword, we have seen the longsword have some crazy success for a couple months now, being able to catch the 2 picks. We got Wang Liang drops very low against T225 currently right now. The Haughty ultimate is going to be invested there from T225. Wang Liang on the Keelan going to be able to grab on out. That slash is not connected for T225. Still trying to catch on up. Wang Liang is going to go ahead inside Plume Castle, and this is the playground for the movement. He is going to get clipped off the wall there. He's going to be able to weave this time around. Explosive armor there for Wang Liang. Catches a blue armor swap as well. Now at T225, still trying to apply the pressure. He's going to go ahead and cancel that. Oh, the ult's going to run out. Now, Wang Liang might have the call that he needs to try to get full aggressive off. It is going to go ahead and take a pot in real quick. Now, real aggression here is going to get caught off the Scare Rush to fill up LNB as well. Big damage. He's going to spin the F back to catch the pry onto T225. That's a little movement tech there from Wang Liang off the Keelan. Now, Keelan ultimate is going to be invested, and Hadi ultimate is not online there for T225. He's going to use the slashes here to create, to get rid of the distance that T225 is having. He is going to be able to catch a common armor swap, and this is a lot of pressure here for Wang Liang onto T225. And Verse showing up to the party, and Verse going to snag an elimination there onto T225. And that's super unfortunate there for Wang Liang, because now the ultimate is offline. The opposing Keelan is going to invest his ultimate. His Verse now applying the pressure onto Wang Liang.
Wang Liang here taking so much damage, getting extremely low here. Verse is able to just get this elimination so easily off the third party here. Able to come in and snake 2 eliminations here away. He does take Wang Liang out. He does also take the kill away from him earlier, as we are going to see the portals coming into play here as GG Shaw trying to kite out EWG Zerano's ultimate here. No ult available for Shaw yet. We're going to see the huge scale rush coming out with the purple fan in hand. Is going to be able to deal so much damage. Tries to get that second Tiger Pounce into the scale rush. Able to just give so much chase on a GG Shaw here. Is going to end up getting grapple bumped here. Now Shaw trying to make a play for the crown, as he is going to be able to try and deal as much damage as possible with those fist blades. But the F1 coming into play, taking Arano out so quickly here, does get those purple fist blades in hand. And Akos making a huge play back into the meta here, as we're seeing a surprise jump with the amount of kills these Akos players are getting. Usually we see these last pick heroes going out fairly early here, but we are seeing them make a huge play into this game. Paste had set the tone very early on that. Akos was able to come through, as we are going to be taking a look now. Paste, blue fist blades in hand, blue armor, as the Realm of Yangs are going to be starting to spawn. We're seeing a little bit of a look into our next forecast. Frostivus getting a Yang down on the southern side of the map all by itself. We are going to see TE Star on the Plume Castle, as well as Fun Plus Phoenix's Verse getting a Yang all to himself. Paste here as well up on the top side, not going to be, is going to be contested here. EWG's Arano coming to the mix as well. Paste does have that Yang pass. Does need to hold off for a minute, though. Very, very long amount of time. It looks like Arano is going to back off. We do see that no ult zone being popped as well, so nobody able to burn their ultimates inside that circle. We've got 40 seconds left until these Yangs are going to open up for these players to be able to jump into here. So this is where the action is going to start to get nitty gritty. If one of these players goes down here, it's very, very unfortunate for them, as they have lost their revives by this point here. It's going to be a very, very unfortunate death for some of these players if they do end up going out early. Star already has that ultimate invested, is just going to hold here, does have 18 seconds to play around with, 2 pounces available. Anybody trying to mess with him is going to find themselves on the wrong side of a Tiger Leap here. He does invest that last Tiger Leap, has 1 more available. Last one going to be invested just to be able to kite out as high as possible, and Paste going to be able to take that Realm of Yang here against Fun Plus Phoenix's Verse. You're going to see Paste versus Verse here, and it looks like it'll be Kylan versus Liam here. Liam V1, though, we aren't going to be seeing that Liam V2 capture ultimate available for him. You're going to see they take to the sides here. Verse does have that gold longsword in hand, so having the gold Kylan ult as well going to be very, very dangerous for Paste as soon as that ult goes online. And it all depends on who pops their ultimate first, ladies and gentlemen. As we're jumping in the range shots, no melee aggression happening just yet here, as it looks like the scale rushes are going to come into play. Verse trying to gain some ground here, is going to get a huge parry off. F going to get invested right away for Pace, though. We are going to see contact coming through. Verse force himself to pop his F ability now. We're going to see Pace in a lot of trouble here, as we're going to see both ultimates are going to start to come out. Oh my goodness, Verse doing a beautiful job at dodging here, as we are going to see coming out. Does have 1 more ultimate throw available, but Paste in a bit of trouble because Fun Plus Phoenix's Verse has so much ability with this Kylan slash here. We are going to see him get knocked down now. Verse in a bit of trouble, but now it's time for the Kylan ult to come through. He does have so many slashes available. Now ultimate is going to go down here. We're going to see who's going to get it, and a huge parry for Paste into the 1.0 from the weapon swap. Paste more than happy to take away the golden weapon and be able to give himself a second golden weapon here, as he's going to get a hung sword, taking away that Vermilion's Birdmite as well, going to give him a huge advantage into this game, picking up his only his first elimination of the game, though, so we aren't seeing him heat up as much as we did in game number 1. TE also going to be able to win their Realm of Yang and get that Vermilion's Birdmite, as well as EWG's Arano as JL's AIS here on the bottom side fighting against WBG Spider. It looks like Spider was not able to get into Arama Gang as he neither has Yang depletion or a buff here. As we're going to see the Matari F2 coming out into a 1.0. Beautiful shot coming out. Amazing dodge of the Tessa ultimate here, as we've seen Spider doing a beautiful job of being able to dodge these Tessa ults. I don't think we've seen him get caught out by a single one. Arano joining the mix into this chase here as JL's AIS running for a dear life. No ultimate charge available, very little HP. The whole lobby sees him very low, and it is anybody's game to see who's going to be able to come away with the elimination. He does have Yang depletion on him, so he needs to get a kill, and now he is not in a very good position. But the tower is a huge lifesaver for him here, as he is going to be able to kite around here very easily, especially with that dagger in hand. It's going to be very difficult for these players to be able to try and come away with this elimination, but someone gets an F2. Frostovitz gets the kill, and he comes through. Is he going to be able to cure his Yang depletion, though? It looks like I don't believe he was. Oh my goodness, Frostovitz is just having the worst time. But oh no, he was able to cure it. Here we go. He's going to just use this ultimate to be able to get out as fast as possible here. Cures the Yang depletion and gets out of there as fast as possible. Does not want the smoke from anybody else here. He did what he came here to do, and he got out as fast as possible.
Oh, grapple bump to the R&B there onto Spider. That's big damage. He's going to be forced to pop this ultimate. The Uncle's ultimate is already invested here for Morano as well. It's going to be lots of pressure. The stun does not connect onto anybody in the back end. We see the F to avoid Nematari F as well. On the backside, we still see some pressure to Spider onto Arano. Drops him very low. Gets the TP R&B, I believe. He gets the elimination. That's massive now for Spider. The ult's about to be offline, but Pace still applying tons of pressure here onto Spider. 1, 2, 3 connects there for Pace, and Spider now is going to eat up a lot of damage, and Pace picks up the elimination onto Spider now. Going at it against Frostovitz. The Liam ult is pretty much offline now. No more charges left on that B1, and Frostovitz is going to go ahead and snag up the gold pole sword, I believe. He is going to be real aggressive from Spider in the sign of the terrain. Needs to be real careful. Second Roman Yang already starting to form on up as well. Nice scare rush there for Pace. Catches the pry off of this. Gonna go 2-on-1. Oh no, double grapple R&Bs. Oh, big damage there for Pace. Onto Frostovitz. F invested there for Frostovitz, trying to kite out the situation. We got another player showing up. Wally Young, Arano, everybody in the mix as well. Overholding gets the damage off the R&B focus. Says that'll be focus, and Frostovitz is gonna fall, and that's gonna be Pace's third elimination of game number 2. Already with 3. Coming off that win off game 1, he is going to fall for this. He is going to have Vermilion's Birds Might though, so he is going to stay safe here with 3 on the board. And Wally Young is going to snag out this elimination now, trying to see if he can find some type of pressure onto Arano. Looks like these players are going to be trying to back on up. Now, we still have some pressure happening in Plume Castle verse against GG Shaw, Justina, B. Keelan this time around. And we probably here for GG Shaw. Big damage in the corner. Now, trying to go ahead and create the situation back on up with 1 minute and 7 seconds here for Verse to try to cleanse his Yang depletion timer. He needs to see if he can find a Soul Bloom as quickly as possible, but time is ticking. He needs to be real careful in this situation. We do have a third party as well in the mix. Now, he's going to use the F to avoid this. R&B focus fall down there for Star. Doesn't catch the damage though. Now on the backside, we still have some pressure going towards Verse way. It's going to be GG Shaw applying the pressure onto the Keelan. Keelan ultimate invested here from Verse, trying to see if he can find the damage onto Star. Since the second one connects, the third one waiting it out. He's waiting this out. He's doing a really good job cutting this out. Star now it's gonna eat up a little some of that damage. Drop very low off of this. The B2 does not connect. Jump LB for the extra damage. Jump LB as well. Verse now is gonna be frozen off of this, but the backside, the F2 from the Alcos is gonna avoid the damage there onto Verse. That was a disgusting F2, and the V2 is gonna connect there for Star. That was some crazy pressure there for Star, and I was trying to say patience earlier off the Keelan, but it wasn't even enough there for him to stay alive. And Star now, with the advantage against Star right now, or against GG Shaw, sorry, is going to force out the F there for the Justina now. The F called in, and the final hits, and Star picking up 2 on the board, and that's massive there for Star. Jumping up to 3. GG Shaw eliminated with 3 as well. Pace still has 3 on the board. Juan Leong with 2. Arano with 2. TT25 with 1. Crazy amount of eliminations already, and it's pretty much spread right now. Not one player fully popping off. We do have a couple players with 3 who have already been limited, but look at the loadout right now for Pace. Gold Hong Sword in the back pocket, gold Hong Sword in the pocket, gold Long Sword in hand, and gold Pole Sword as well. He can swap convert this off for uppercut. There's gonna be a lot of damage coming in here off that gold Pole Sword.
And the gold pole sword is one of the most terrifying weapons in the entire game of Naraka Bladepoint. You get hit with a scale rush, you're getting low. You get hit with one single light attack, you're getting low. It is a dangerous weapon. The movement definitely not as good as some of our lighter weapons in the game, but it is a scary weapon, one not to be trifled with, as we are going to be seeing this first Realm of Yang popping off. This is the second Realm of Yang, but the first fight in the second realm is going to be Paste versus Arano. We are going to see the Akos coming versus the Liam here. I believe we are going to see Pace does have that golden longsword available for him. Also a gold pole sword in the back pocket here. We are going to see the scale rush try to come through here, but the fist blade is just so powerful. F1 coming out into the pistol shot. We're going to see the crouching LMB here as tries to come away with something. With the crouch LMB, isn't going to be able to connect, though. We do see those crouch LMB combos coming out a lot. It is very, very difficult to try and get out of those, as it does give you so much hit stun here. As we're going to see the Liam ultimate getting invested, but the kite is going to happen here from Arano. Arano able to come away, making that Tiger Pounce worth every single bit of damage here, as Pace taking so much damage, tries to go for the LMB prio, is going to get tap dodged out here. No ultimate available for Pace. Now all he needs to do, gets the LMB prio into the grapple bump, into the grapple again, into the pull sword weapon swap here, tries to go around. We are going to see the dash coming through from the fist blades. Great movement available. LMB prio again comes through into the fist. Oh my goodness, into the pull sword swap. Ladies and gentlemen, SS1 Pace showing us the weapon swap of the century here, as you see the longsword combo into the grapple bump, into the second uppercut, into the weapon swap. Absolutely insane play coming through, and it looks like he's got so many gold weapons. He's going to be dropping the pole sword here, I believe. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but he's got gold hung sword, gold dagger, gold long sword, and I believe he did end up dropping the pole sword here. We might be able to get a check on his inventory in just a second, but he's got 4 eliminations, and he does have that White Tiger's prowess. Pace has come to play today, ladies and gentlemen. He started in 14th, 15th, 16th place, I believe. And now he's up on top at 10th place in the game, as we already see him climbing so high in the standings. Like you said as well, JDG's Chu Zhang already completely dropped down into 14th place. Alliance's Frostivus here at 23 points. He does need just a little bit more to come through and get himself into that top 12, but it is very possible to happen. A bit of a long shot for Action and Wang Liang, but anything is possible. We've seen players come back from worse, so hopefully we'll see them make some huge plays today. Wang Liang, a player that was a super huge powerhouse in the first couple seasons of the NBPL, has slowed down a little bit, but hopefully we can see him coming back a little bit. By week number 1, Wang Liang was playing absolutely amazing. So hopefully we'll get to see him make a little bit of a more play. He does have 3 eliminations already on the game so far. So and does have that White Tiger's prowess. So he's in a very good position to come through for the win, as we are going to be able to take a look at his replay in the Realm of Yang.
Gonna drop down here with a purple fan, trying to find some damage onto Action. Do see him kiting out the situation. This is Keelan Mihadi in this Realm of Yang that we missed earlier. He's going to go ahead and top off that purple armor. He's going to bait it out. Go ahead and send the RB focus. Since that LB follow-up as well. No connection off the second follow-up though. Now, pistol shot does get some damage. Chip damage there for Wang Liang onto Action. And Action now, go ahead. Try to catch the scale rush, overholding. Since the RB focus there, catches the LB focus as well for the follow-up. That's big damage there. And we see the pistol shot finisher there for Wang Liang. And Arano needs to try to get active pretty soon. He does have that Yang depletion timer on his back with, I believe, halfway or half left of that timer. He might have to try to get aggressive pretty soon. We see him with 2 on the board currently. Wang Liang getting active against Action in the back end. Gold armor for Wang Liang. But Action already dropping 2 blocks of that gold armor. We have some ballista tower action here from T225. We see these players all congested in this area as well. We have a bounty on some of these hand challenges there for Pace. We see him still trying to pick up more on the board, not afraid of picking up that UAV on him. He wants to get these players to follow him around and he can get these fights in, but Pace still applying the pressure onto Action. Overholds the RB focus, big damage there for Action. Since it's the second time around, now it's going to drop very low. He's going to be forced to pop this Hadi ultimate. Pace now trying to catch him off the air. Does not matter to do so. Ronald trying to lay down some pressure in the back end with the pistol shots. Ballista shot flying on in from T225 still. Being able to weave all this pressure right now, but he's going to get clipped off of T225. No, it's going to be Star there with the ballista shot elimination onto Action, and that is super unfortunate for him. He is going to fall in there, and that was a crazy shot shot from the top side. T225 now starting to move on in, trying to see he can get some sorts of eliminations on the board. We're currently with one pace, trying to kite out the situation, got super aggressive, and now might be punished for it. He is going to lose all that gold armor. Wang Liang in the mix as well, full chasing down, and this is the playground for these players. This ballista tower is used time and time again from everybody. Oh my god, both shots falling on it. Big damage. T225 with the last hit. Pace not happy about that one, but T225 snagging up another one on the board. That's the second one of game number 2. Now to be able to take a full reset in. The pressure might stop for now. We do have the Bane spawning right on top of these players, so they are going to have to start moving on in. We do see some clippers there from Wang Liang on the bottom side. He's going to eat up some of this damage. Does manage to carry on out of the situation. T225 Arano still in the Bane. Star now might cut line of sights here for Wang Liang. It's like the pressure might not be going towards his way. They want to make it to this end game with only 4 players up. These players are getting very aggressive early to mid game, opposed from like the bi-weekly finals where it's a little bit more conservative, obviously, because the pressure is on. But right now, these players are playing for those kills. Arano with 2, T225 as well with 2, TE Star with 4. We saw currently he is gonna have that gold staff in hand. Go ahead and pick up some of these resources. Going to switch the katana into a Hong sword, the purple katana into a Hong sword. Now ready to go back into the mix. We do have Star on the Aquas. I believe he is going to be aggressive the Keely in the backside. T225. Oh my god, trying to weave this Bane. Is going to be able to snag up the gold armor though, so he is going to go ahead and top this off with the gold longsword in hand. Running the common cannon as well, and we've seen time and time again that these players like to run that cannon, especially in the end game, being able to take that white health off the burn. And now we're gonna have our first spirit contestant, I believe, of the day here, and these players want to fight for this buff here. It's super massive, especially able to catch it, and the gold armor reset if you don't touch it. You're able to have all those resources in this mix, and we do see a lot of time that these players off to play the fist blades contestant for the spirit well, just because of the mobility that they have, being able to stay in blue focus as well to avoid some of these range shots. But look, Wang Liang sends it, and it's gonna be the Akos being able to cast the parry there, but Wang Liang now to be able to use the F to avoid the full damage in the backside. T225 still applying some pressure there with the cannon. And Rondo trying to take a full reset. And everybody trying to contest the spray well right now. Phoenix passes to the RB, focus in the back end. Now there's gonna be a lot of pressure going towards TE Star's way. Does manage to find a common armor star. Wang Liang gonna be quickly to aggress the situation here. Tries to go for the jump parry. Tries to go for the jump area again. He's gonna be clear off the LB follow up there off the staff. And now trying to kite on out. Star is going to be able to retreat for the time being. And Wang Liang in the back end. T225 still going at it against Arano. T225 is going to be able to lose a lot of that gold armor. Arano now going to be forced to pop this Aqua's ultimate. What's going to be the mix up for him? He's trying to see if he can find some sorts of pressure onto Wang Liang. We still see him probably wanting to take a full reset. He's going to be able to find a nice little spot for now. T225 is going to be able to get that White Tiger's powers buff and the Sparrow armor. I mean, he's going to have that reset online whenever he needs it. And Arano pretty much burned his ult there. He has to wait this out and wait to see if he can find some sorts of third-party action. But Wang Liang coming in hot here against Arano, quickly aggressing Arano. He needs to be real careful, dropping very low quickly. Already chunked off a quarter of that white health, trying to kite this out. He has the weapon to do so here with the fan, but T225 not showing up to the party as well. And Arano might fall off of this situation with no ult online. This is super bad here for EWG Arano.
Yeah, Arano in a very difficult situation here, as we are seeing him take a lot of HP, and is going to be able to get himself a full reset, though, as these players that have started to back off the Bane did end up dropping. It looks like TE Star was able to find himself a purple armor, not the gold that he was looking for earlier, as we do see Wolves Wang Liang has thrown this Rampage out so many times, was able to connect with a lot of damage onto it there. The Rampage Soul J just giving you a little bit of purple focus at the end of the extension of the attack, making it a little bit more difficult for these players to try and get around it, because if you miss that one perfect parry, you're not able to parry the ending of the attack. We're going to see the F2, from the Akos, dealing a little bit of damage, knocking Wang Liang off of his pace a little bit here, as we are seeing there are 2 Akos left in the lobby, 1 Hottie and 1 Kylan. This is where are the Liams? The Liams are getting picked first, and they're not finishing strong. Everybody is letting these Liams go, as we are seeing Phoenix Blast in the hand of KLA's T225 as well. Going to be very difficult for these players to try and deal with that later on, as the LMB Prio from Wolves Wang Liang here able to deal so much damage into the extension. Guaranteed focus coming out there from Wang Liang is Arano trying to get out of this as fast as possible. He does have the most kiting weapon possible other than the dagger, although they are the congeneric weapons of each other. Fan gonna be down on the bottom here. Arano trying to still kite out as much as possible. It looks like the entire lobby now starting to give chase. TT25 focusing most of his energy onto TE's star here as Wolves Wang Liang fighting against Arano in the back end as well. Still, we're going to be seeing the pistol shots coming up from Arano, sending him away. Now it looks like Wolves is going to start trying to heal himself back up, as he did take a lot of damage there. TE Star now on the blue armor, keeps finding himself weapon armor swaps, but it's very difficult as he keeps losing the quality of his armor, trying to kite out as much as possible. Michaela is TT25 wanting to do something with this White Tiger's prowess before it ends in 15 seconds here, as Arano still trying to kite out. We are seeing Wang Liang now very low in the HP department, still has full armor though. We are going to see Kayla's TT25 coming through with the Phoenix Blast, trying to make something happen onto Arano. Does connect. Ooh. Arano forced to pop the ultimate again here, has been in all of these terrible situations we've seen from the start. It looks like the Akoses are getting focused in the lobbies here. Star and Arano are the ones that they are giving the most amount of focus onto, because having the Akos in the final circle is going to be very difficult to deal with, especially the two of them. Arano now getting very, very low, is going to end up just taking himself into the zone, but Wolves Wang Liang with the pistol shot going to come through for the elimination. Now they're focusing all their energy onto TE's Star here. Looks like both of these players are going to try and make something happen. TE's Star is going to be able to get the sap parry off on to our Hottie here, as KLA's TT25 is going to get parried, going to go in for the reset here. The F2 coming out from Star, only blue armor available, so this is going to be very difficult for him to come away victorious. KLA's TT25 sending out the Phoenix Blast, trying to hit Star, ends up hitting Wang Liang instead. Wang Liang trying to go for the reset now as Star full aggression off, gonna try and send that Kylan ult now available and invested, is gonna try and send it over on TE Star. Looks like Wang Liang is gonna take a little bit of time just to get a bit of reset through. We are gonna see the cannon shots coming out from the other side on TT25. The Hottie ultimate still available as well. This is going to be very difficult for these players to be able to try and kite out that Hottie ultimate near the very end. Kylan coming out, huge slash coming through on from Wolves Wang Liang. Doesn't have ultimate available anymore. Phoenix Blast coming out, is going to be able to deal the damage off. F2 invested another time here from TE Star. 4 eliminations for Star, 4 eliminations for Wang Liang, and 2 for KLA's TT25 as the circle closes to a close, to the end.
Yeah, we just saw a lot of pressure going towards the Akoses' way. That's just super unfortunate there for the Akoses in the situation. But I mean, it's smart. Arano does manage to kite out the situation to get that ult back online the second time around, but it was just a little bit too late. He was very low on resources as well. I believe he had no powders left. If he did, it was 1 common powder for the armor. So he did the best he could have. He does get eliminated with 2. Now Star still getting applied the pressure there from TT25, and TT25 cool longsword Phoenix Blast can be able to just send these loose, and he is going to be hit off the LMB there from the fan. And we got Star still trying to take a full reset in for himself as well. The Akos ult is online there for Star. TT25 still eating up damage there. Oh my god, big damage in the backside. F2 as well. TT25 is going to be forced to pop this ultimate. Needs to see if he can try to pop a quick reset in for himself. Flying up and down, trying to avoid any shots flying on into him right now. It's going to go ahead and let loose the 3 charge. Doesn't get the damage this time around. Now trying to see if he can get some sorts of damage onto a player to potentially get them lobbying in this situation. But now once this Hottie ult is offline, it's going to be very hard for him. The zone is almost fully completely closed. Big damage there from Wally onto Star. Star's going to go ahead and invest his Aqua's ultimate. And a lot of these players are playing the top side of the street. There's just 1 tree in the center of this zone. We see them trying to use the best of their abilities to stay up, but the Star's going to fall there to TT25, and Wally on against TT25. TT25 just says peace out. I'm going to go ahead and TP on out. I'm going to get 3 on the board. Wally on stays up. He is going to be our MVP, I believe, for this game. And TT25 not trying to give out Wally Young another elimination there to furthermore that multiplier. He's going to go ahead and count his blessings. Going to back out of the situation. Going to go ahead and just die to the zone. But Wang Liang is going to be our winner for game number 2. And we see that we did have an end game here for this game. But I mean, there was only 4 players alive. I believe probably 5 in the last and final moments of this game. But still, a lot of aggression coming out here for the league early to mid game. A lot of players picking those eliminations, you know, dying with 3 to 4 on the backside as well. And then we have a lot of congestion on the right hand side of Celestia. Now WBG Spider, Calm and Dagger currently, but Pace and Juan Leon getting active off rip. We got a Frog Coast out here for Juan Leon. Since the LB focus there for the 5th place, trying to catch him off the jump LB. He's going to overhold the LB focus. The LB focus is going to be clinked there from off the 5th place into the jump LB finisher there for Juan Leon. Now GG Shaw quickly aggression here onto Juan Leon. He's going to eat up a lot of damage. Catches the pry off of this as well. He has no combo breaker off that Matari. Jump LB starts 3. He might get the elimination. No, the click comes in the backside there for Verse. And Verse going to snag up an easy one there onto Shaw. And now Action picking one up on the board against Slows, AIS against Star, but Juan Leon still getting active against Verse. Not happening by his elimination, getting still stolen here with the blue fist blades in hand. He is gonna be able to stay off that purple frame there, just like a staff. I mean, that LB focus is just way too good. You're able to send the LB focus and spin back the purple focus as well. It's just an overall crazy weapon for the fist blades, the damage, the combos, the catches. I mean, having the ability to be able to dodge and still release a blue off of. I mean, it's just a whole new element that weapon unfolds.
Yeah, and a beautiful kill steal coming in, by the way, as well. As we saw from Plus Phoenix's Verse was able to take the kill away from Wang Liang, doing so much work with those jump LMBs. Surprised I didn't hear a mink come out of you there, but we did see a super beautiful play coming through as we're going to be taking a look now on the other side, closer to Celestia, as KLA's CT25 making a run for it on the back foot, getting chased by both Spider and Frostivus. It looks like Spider now the only one giving chase here, as we are going to see him going for the scale rush in. Is going to be able to connect here, but the F1 invested from GT25 to be able to back out away from it, using that movement tech from the staff, but is going to get eliminated here. Rano tried to come in and steal the kill from Spider, but the parry punish was able to deal so much damage. He was able to get the kill away just in time here before Rano was able to come away with the steal. Rano now trying to make something happen onto Spider. Gets the LMB prio here from the scale rush, as we are going to see Spider coming through into the 1-2, trying to see if he can get the jump LMB to come away with the extra damage here. But Frostivus trying to come in on that third party at the last second. Arano now forcing the Haughty ultimate, able to try and make something happen. Is going to end up just dashing away here. Doesn't want to play this too dangerously. Has very little HP, and Frostivus giving chase here as Spider decided to back off. Arano now full HP, no shield available though, is going to find himself an armor swap really quickly here, tries to go for the parry here, isn't going to connect, as we are going to see him try and back off here. It looks like Frostivus did get his purple band parried away by Arano here. We are going to see him coming into the backside jump LMB into an RMB here, as we are going to see Arano now scale rushing away here. Perfect use of the fan with the movement tech here. You're going to see beautiful scale rush. Spider not able to keep up the chase, but he is going to try his best to try and come through. Now Wolves Wang Liang jumping into the mix here, as we are seeing 3 players giving chase. All he needs to do is make it into this building, and he's probably going to be clear, but all of these players not giving up the chase. As soon as he gets into the temple in Celestia, this is the place where all of these players are going to go to try and break as many ankles as possible, weaving and ducking in and around, and it looks like he might actually be able to make it out here pretty quickly. BBE slows. We haven't seen very much come out from him here. He is going to pop the ultimate very fast, trying to see if he can make something happen onto Fun Plus Phoenix's Verse. But Verse now scale rushing away, does have that armor swap, isn't going to be able to get the freeze off here. Into the LMB prow from Verse here, brings it around. Huge parry now, and Slows completely eliminated from the lobby already. Very disappointing performance coming out from Slows here. I was really expecting him to be able to get at least one elimination in one of these games here, but he's already been double eliminated, just W keying this lobby as if he is in that first place rank. But alas, he is in the very bottom, so it's going to be very difficult for him to come back from this. Verse, huge parry onto AIS into the double jump LMB. He's going to try and follow off of that F2 from the Matari here. AIS in a sticky situation, going to try and get himself away from all of the danger with the ultimate here. Does have 1 dash left available. Let's go for the armor swap here. Going to be able to heal himself up a little bit before Verse is going to be able to find him. Goes into that scale from the F2. The extra F2 he is going to gain off the ult. All he needs to do is cancel, and he gets another one available as well. He's going to bring it in. Now just trying to kite. Does not want to engage into this fight. I don't know if he has both of his lives gone, or his first life gone already. Verse still trying to give aggression, come away with these eliminations. It seems like the ACOS games are going to be the high kill games for these players here, as AIS still trying to come away with his life. Does have that resurrection available, but is taking so much damage using that scale from the F2 thrust to be able to get out there as fast as possible. Still kiting around, is doing a very good job at getting away from his opponent.
Yeah, it's super fortunate for him. He has to be on the run because the Matari ultimate, he used it for with this engagement. And now Burst still applying a lot of pressure, does lose line of sight of him. We have Action in the mix as well this time around, so they have to be real careful to re-engage there. But Spider going at it against GG Shaw. He is just going to let him go ahead and post up for this Rama Yang, looking to try to scale up off that weapon already with purple dual blades in hand. And I hope everybody at home is getting those Laura Croft dual blades, because once they're gone, I mean, this is something I believe that's never coming back. So if you guys want the rare items in the game, I believe it might be going away pretty soon. So make sure you guys are tapped in the game. Make sure you guys do your challenges. But got Frostivus already posted up in the Rama Yang. Verse and Action going at it right now. Pistol shots flying on in there for Verse. In the backside there onto Action. We do see him trying to kite the situation out with the pass in hand. Verse still trying to apply the pressure on the Akos. Overholding here for Action. Does not let loose. Catches the prowl off the LMB. Sends the RB focus. Does not connect though. Now, what's going to be the mix up here for Verse? Click comes in off the light. Action trying to stay up in this situation, doing a really good job doing so. The F1 to avoid the focus attack there, clean there from Burrs, making sure he can stay up in the situation, dropping all that armor there for Action, but Action still has ult online. There goes the F called in there for the Liam. Now he could have the advantage in this situation. We have AIS not showing up to the party. F1 or V1 called in here for Action. Now he's gonna be able to kite a little bit. AIS now showing up to the party, wants to get aggressive onto Action, catches the prior. Now the V called in once again there for Action. Big damage to the backside. Still can take no to be AIS with the Batari dash there onto Action, picking elimination. Now Burst taking AIS for a ride. Still has the pass in hand. Grapple to the pistol shot now. Burst is gonna be able to snag up the pass this time around. He did take that away there from Action, which is super unfortunate for him. He is going to fall right before the Rama Yang, and Burst is going to wait this out. Going to go ahead and probably apply just a little bit more pressure onto AIS to go inside the realm, and he can wait this out until the last player enters. And now Burst is going to be taking this Rama Yang, and it's going to be against SS1's Pace, and Pace has been a roll so far today.
Pace has definitely been one of our top players of the day so far. We also are going to see Alliance's Frostivus fighting against Wolves Wang Liang. That's sure to be an interesting fight. The players who are in the bottom of the barrel right now fighting to make their way out into the top 12 are going to be going head-to-head in the realm of Yang, as you're going to see a huge bow shot coming up from Pace here, able to connect right into the face of Verse here. So you're going to see the staff coming through into the Dragon's Rush. Very risky move here from Pace. Throwing that is a super parryable move here, especially with these pro players on how good their parry timing is. The reaction parries for that is going to be very easy for Verse. If he is going to be able to catch him off guard again one more time, it could be interesting to see how this is going to happen here. Tries to come in with a scale rush, but the focus attack is going to be able to help him out here. Switches over to the fist, tries to make something happen, gets that purple spear out again, is trying to go for the 1-2, but the ultimate coming out from Verse is just gonna be so difficult to dodge. The tap dodge into the rolls. Oh my goodness, Pace kiting it out with every single move, forcing the F2 out though. You're gonna see him try and come through. Does have that ultimate to invest now. We are going to see the Tiger Lunge coming out pretty soon here, but he's doing a great job of kiting out here. Pace with the movement, bro. The amount of stam that he's using right now goes into the uppercut here. We might actually get to see the grapple pump extension here. Oh my goodness, he's going to be able to get the TOD. He does miss that second stun here, but we are going to see him go. Oh my goodness, I thought he hit the Dragon Slayer into the Nedge's Rush here, but he's able to get these crouch LMBs here coming through and dealing so much damage. Both of them very low in HP. This is going to be difficult for them. It looks like Pace might be able to get a heal off before Verse does. It looks like they both come through with the heal here. Tries to go with the Dragon's Rush again. Is unable to connect though. You're going to see him into the uppercut, and that could be it here as we're going to see the grapple extension. He drops the grapple extension here. 10 seconds left here. This is the craziest fight as we go through with the 1.0 from Verse. Pace visibly upset here as you see on the cam. He was so close, coming with a very unmeta weapon right now, the spear. Not something that you get to see every day. It looks like Frostivus did, he did win his Realm of Yank here. Yeah. Here we go, Frost, as Arano now in a little bit of trouble. Does have that Haughty ultimate available. We are going to see him invest it quickly here as Frostivus is going to pop the ult, but gets the first Kylan slash off. Now that is a huge damage inducer here as we're going to see the second one come down. Takes the kill onto Arano here, but now in a little bit of trouble as it looks like WBG Spider trying to come here and end Frostivus' reign of terror, but he's able to get all these Kylan slashes off. Spider answering with the ultimate of his own though, but Frostivus picking up a kill during the Vermilions, putting him onto 2 with a respawn available.
Got Pace now against Wang Liang. Uncles V Justine at Pace. But a Yang depletion timer on his back needs to try to cleanse it as quickly as possible. But that's going to be a lot of damage there off the fist blades there onto Pace. Trying to cut out the situation. This is a blue. R&B focus is going to be parried from Wang Liang. And Pace is going to fall off the situation. And that's super unfortunate for him. He is going to be eliminated at game number 3 with no kills on the board. That's rough. He went for the R&B extension there in the Roma Yang. He caught the prio, doesn't opt to go for the standard damage, goes for the grapple, drops it, and he does fall off of that. And now Wang Liang with the elimination onto him there and the outside of the Roma Yang. Wow, that's super rough. And I do want to talk a little bit about that tap dodge roll. We're starting to see that being the standard because tap dodge roll, you're able to avoid a lot of things in this game right now. Keelan. We saw him using it against the Alkos right there. Pace against the Alkos. The Hottie as well. There's a lot of things that you can tap dodge roll in this game that I'm starting to see a lot of these players trying to work on that a lot more. And, you know, back in the day, you would see, oh, I rolled. You would say, I rolled. Oh, I might be caught off of this. But now you're starting to see the potential of the tap dodge roll and how clean it can be used and, you know, how valuable it is to avoid a lot of pressure from those characters. Now, Spider getting active against T225. Massive scare was there for T225. Catches the reprod as well. Jump LB for extra damage. Now, overholding LB Pro here for Spider 2-on-1. Doesn't get the damage though. Lands on top of the barrels. Now, overholding. Name ultimate investor, but Spider now is going to go ahead and catch the parry. But now, the F called in to avoid the follow-up. Now, Crouch LB is going to get caught up here. LB Pro here for T225 to the extension there off the V1, but that's not enough damage there to eliminate Spider, and Spider still has ult online, and that was the second ult there from the Liam, and Spider often to try to take the second Roma Yang, now already posted up, snags up the pass. Gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a reset. We see now how rough it is now for the Liams in this situation where prior to the nerf, he had 3 of those ults. I mean, that was disgusting. Having 3 Fs there on that Liam. Oh, it was just so much pressure. And we saw how, you know, how well he did in the meta. But still, even with 2, you can still see him getting picked there from Group A's. Now, Wang Liang with the eliminations there onto Pace. Big upset there for Pace. Wang Liang posted up for the second Roma Yang. Frostivus as well was able to stay inside the pocket against Spider due to the Vermilion's Bird's Might. Now trying to take his second run back here in the Roma Yang to try to pick up another weapon upgrade plus the White Tiger's powers. Currently with 2 on the board. Now doing a really good job here for Frostivus game number 3. And this is the halfway mark, and this is where you really want to start turning up for your day, making sure you catch those elimination. But Verse starting to move on in against Frostivus. Frostivus is going to go ahead and back on up. He's going to lose that pass. Verse is going to snag that up from Frostivus. Frostivus does not want to fall here. We see Verse, some nice damage here off the goal launcher there onto Frostivus. Spider already taking the Roma Yang, waiting for his opponent on this side. We are going to be having potentially another Roma Yang as well. We are going to have Burst joining this Roma Yang against WBG Spider. Gold staff in hand. I did see a purple longsword as well in the back pocket. We got gold longsword in the back pocket here for Burst. Purple fist blades, purple longsword, running the purple fist blades already in hand. He is going to start off high. Spider as well. What's going to be the mix up here for Burst? Overholding Spider though. Gonna use the pillars, gonna get some cannon shots through the pillar there. That's a little burn damage, ×2, ×3 as well. Big cannon shots there from Spider, overholding. Now, neutral game for both players. F is gonna be avoided there from Spider. No knockback off of that. Both players respecting each other, trying to parry bait here in this situation. Since the lunge doesn't get the damage though. Now, Burst and go ahead and overhold LB focus, gets the damage. F caught in there for the killing. Now, Aqua's ultimate investor for Burst. Killing ultimate investor here for Spider. Now, how is he going to respond off this Aqua's ultimate? He needs to be aware of that V2. Double slashes in the corner, trying to weave the F1. Doesn't matter to do so this time around. Now the V2 is going to be avoided as well from Spider. And now Burst has to wait for the cooldown for the second V2. Has one more left online. Catches the leap though. Now there's going to be big damage in the corner. F caught in there for Spider. Double tap dodge to avoid it. Triple tap dodge as well. That's
my goodness.
Catches the first slash. The second one as well in the corner. Big damage here for Spider. Burst now trying to overhold. Catches the LB. Doesn't go for the uppercut though. Catches the scare runs. And Spider might fall for this. Jump LB for the finisher, and Spider's gonna fall first, coming out victorious here in this Roma Yang.
Fun plus Phoenix's verse coming out with the tech, ladies and gentlemen. The fist blades proving why they just needed the nerf. They really needed the nerf, man. Like this is some absolute war crimes that are being committed right now with the fist blades, as we are seeing these players being more and more abusive of this. The fact that they have not been completely nerfed in this current patch, and even in the meta to this day on the main patch that is live in the game right now, is still a super prominent and powerful weapon. Being able to catch that prio coming through, just knocking Spider up. He does have that Yang depletion now. He is going to have to try and come through with an elimination, as Wolves and Fun Plus Phoenix are going to be the two teams and players who are going to be able to come away with that White Tiger's prowess buff, as we are seeing Spider also needing to get that Yang depletion cured, as well as GG Shaw coming through on the other side of Celestia. We are going to see all of these players playing closer to the side of the bridge, trying to make a play happen, and it looks like Wolves is still hungry for more, as GG Shaw is still trying to kite out all of these other players, wants to find somebody and isolate a fight, but it's going to be very difficult to do that in this area here, as all of these players are starting to converge. GG Shaw now fighting for his life, trying to run away as fast as possible, and like you said, that Lara Croft skin is looking absolutely amazing. Make sure you go and collect those collabs, because you will not have a chance to get them again. It's very, very unlikely that they release these skins a second time, as WBG Spider now trying to come through with the overhold on the staff, but the F1 invested from Fun Plus Phoenix's verse here, as we are also seeing Wolves' Wang Liang trying to make something happen with the gold pull sword in hand. Clank's going to come up. All of these players trying to give chase. They do end up running into each other sometimes here, and especially in Celestia, the place of the kiting, it is where these players are able to get away so fast, so quickly, and break these ankles of these other players. It's exactly what Spider's trying to do right now. Spider now on the front foot of the attack, trying to deal as much damage onto Wang Liang as possible. Wang Liang getting dangerously low, and it looks like Spider is going to be able to come away with the kill. He does get the Soul Bloom and cures Yang depletion. GG Shot trying to make something happen as well. Was hopefully going to go for that elimination and the Soul Bloom that he needed to cure his Yang depletion. But now we're going to see GG Shot trying to give chase onto Spider now, but he's able to get away with barely a little bit of his life, but AIS going to be able to come away with the elimination. Shaw able to get the Soul Bloom, comes in at the last second, swoops in, doesn't care that he didn't get the kill. He's still in this game, and he lives to fight another day. Ultimate going offline for him, but does have 30% on that charge. You're going to see all of these players, 6 players left. 4 of them, all close in proximity to each other here, are going to try and converge onto this location to come away with some more eliminations. Fun Plus Phoenix's first 20 seconds left on the White Tiger's prowess, going to deal as much damage as he possibly can onto AIS. Still trying to make this play. AIS having a very, very strong game. 4 kills on the Matari. Matari not a character that we see being a front runner. We see very strong, very powerful character, but we don't usually see them winning games. So 4 eliminations for AIS so far. Very good start. This could be difficult for them, as they are one of 2 Mataris in the lobby. I believe they are the only double pick, as the rest are down to solos. We've got 1 Kylan, 1 Hottie, 1 Akos, 1 Liam, and 2 Mataris left in this game. That makes up 6 players coming in as Circle 3 closes onto Circle 4.
I mean, that situation that Spider was right there, that's what I was really worried about, the killing in the meta. And what I was very curious about when the bi-weekly 1 came around, and how the picks were very favored to him, and you know how well he did in bi-weekly 1. But as we saw right there, Spider investing the killing ultimate, just chunking out that white health in a situation where there's multiple people chasing you down. We have to wait and talk about it in just a second. We do see Wang Liang going at against Spider right here. This is where he falls. Aqua's ultimate invested, uses the V2 to kind of on over to the other one. And that's the strong part there about the killing Spider, with the Keelan ultimate there to secure the elimination there onto Wang Liang. But we quickly saw him just falling right after that moment. Just, that's what I was worried about him being in the meta. It's just that white health chunk off there using those slashes is very dangerous, especially with the lobby level that we're in, how strong these players are in these lobbies, how quickly they are to be able to catch up to you. See Spider investing, I believe, 2 or 3 slashes, and all white health is gone. He still had pretty much all white health online, but using the slashes there for movement, just pretty much chunked off all that white health. So now that the Keelan has been playing out a lot more in these games, I'm very curious to see if he is going to stay in the meta. Don't get me wrong, he's very, very strong character, especially in the isolated fights. We see him shine time and time again, especially in the Realm of Yang. But Wang Liang this time around in Realm of Yang against GG Shaw. See the clink off the scale rush. F caught in there for GG Shaw. Grapple uppercut. Aqua's ultimate invested. Matari ultimate invested there for GG Shaw in the back end. V2 misses there for Wang Liang. The leap into the F1 there for Wang Liang. Tries to catch the reprowl. Nice F there for GG Shaw to avoid the gold focus frame there off the Aqua's ult there. Now Aerial R&B weave once again for the Matari. Now still trying to full chase down, catches the V2 in the corner, gets the jump LB follow up. The aerial R&B does not connect the F buffer there from GG Shaw to avoid the falling pressure there. Oh, nice patience there to avoid the parry there, and that was a nice showcase in there from Wang Liang and the Realm of Yang. Gets a Matari to secure the elimination there. Unfortunate enough for him, he is going to fall to Spider right after that. But GG Shaw, AIS, T225, everybody pretty much contesting this Mystic Might buff here for this zone. We do have everybody trying to show up here. Frostivus in the center, taking a lot of damage in the backside. Only one block of purple armor, not too much damage. He's safe. Burst now jumping on into the center. T225 applying the pressure onto Frostivus. Uppercut to the grapple buff. Doesn't get the follow-up though. We see in the bottom hand side right there. Frostivus drops all that armor, and T225 full chasing down. We still have some aggression here onto Burst. Now, with the Cloud Weaver, it's be able to maintain a lot of the pressure here in the situations. We're going to go ahead and back on up. Trying to take a quick little reset in. We got Sky Pillar in the backside, I believe. Frostivus says that LB focus. He is going to be punished for it. He is going to stay safe for the time being. He's going to lose that weapon. King Ultimate invested here for Frostivus. This is where the pressure is on. Uses 2 dashes. No siphon back off of that. Overholding. Doesn't catch the third as well. Trying to see if he can find some sorts of damage onto T225. Might opt to take a quick reset in for himself, but we got GG Shaw showing up to the party as well. Trying to apply the pressure onto Frostivus. Quick little reset here for Frostivus. Oh, it's offline now. Looks like the pressure has stopped, but GG Shaw does catch him inside. Scare Rush tappage there. Now, he's going to go ahead and hide inside the bush.
Oh my goodness.
Star there. He's not going to be caught up in that situation. Now Burst on the Oculus ultimate. He is going to invest that ultimate, cancels the ult, I believe, or the ult ran out, but Frostivus is going to fall to TE Star, catches him lacking inside the bush, and that's super unfortunate there for Frostivus, but now he enters that threshold of the top 12.
It was so close. Frostivus is going to be in that top 12, passing SS1's Pace, as Pace did have a little bit of a rough game here with no kills, no points on the board for him here, as we do see the Sky Pillar coming out from TE Star as well with the gold staff in hand. Is going to be a dangerous weapon against all of these other players here, as Wolves Wang Liang did end up going out as well. Frostivus, Pace, Wang Liang, and Shaw all within 1 point of each other. They're going to have to fight very hard to keep their positioning, and it's going to be very difficult for them to do so. So hopefully we are going to see who is going to reign victorious here, as FPX was the one to come away with the Mystic Might buff from the Spirit Well that we do see coming into these late games nowadays. What do you think about this new integration? I know it's been in the game for quite a while now, but the Spirit Well coming in with an extra buff. Do you think it's too powerful? Especially when we take a look at trios with the Thanos snap that you can get coming through with the White Tiger's prowess. What are your feelings on the Spirit Well in the late game? I think it's a crazy cool addition to the game that players can take super high risk to obtain it, but it's a very high reward if you do.
I like it personally because it gives a little bit more pressure to these players, and it's a lot of gamble for it's a lot of gamble, and it's worth it if you're able to secure it as well. But I mean, you see how much pressure is being integrated into all these players who are fighting for it. And I don't really watch a lot of trios, but I mean, in trios, I can just imagine how much more hectic it is to try to secure that buff. And if you're able to come out on top securing the buff, I feel like the return should be as good as it is right now, because I mean, we've seen upsets as well in solos going for that buff, and I feel like it's a good addition because usually in this time, as we're seeing right now, we're seeing a little bit of a downtime where a lot of these players are just trying to play pokage right now, just laying down some pressure with range shots. So I personally like it because it kind of gives a little more aggression towards the end games, where we have a lot of players, waiting this out for the next zone to fully close, and as well as the addition to the random Bane as well, where it forces a lot of players to play the outskirts of the zone to not get, caught up in the Bane in the middle. So, I like the new changes. And another change that I like as well is the Realm of Yang change, where you're able to invest that ultimate outside of the realm, and you're going to get a read back if you're able to enter it, just to give you a fighting chance. It's going to be another high risk, high reward type of thing going for that. So that's another change that I really like as well, where you can fight outside the realm of Yang, possibly secure an elimination on the board if someone tries to contest you for that pass, and then going right inside the realm right after to try to pick up another elimination. I feel like those changes are really well. We did have some times where no contestants were happening during the Realm of Yang. Everybody was just waiting this out. It was just a little bit of like a 360 simulator where the players were just running in circles, waiting for that realm in a little corner. So I like this new change being implemented. It secures a lot more aggression to the players.
Yeah, and as well, purely from the entertainment standpoint, it does give us so much more to watch, as lots of the time when we were casting in the earlier seasons of the NBPL, we had what was called the mid-game lull, where everybody just kind of took their time to hang out, send some range shots at each other, but now we don't have that time. Even right now, we're still seeing these players getting sharked on. When it's mainly range shots coming through, it's still super high, super aggressive, very, very interesting fights going on that comes all the way through the game, and it doesn't give you a break in the action, which is exactly what we love to see, as JL's AIS right now taking full force onto the lobby right now, as he is the other one of our Mataris in the lobby now has been completely eliminated. We've got KLA's T225, Fun Plus Phoenix's Verse, and TE Star and GG Shaw. Verse on 4 eliminations, T225 and Star on 1, Shaw on 0. JL's AIS did go out with 4 eliminations, so he will be placing high. And depending on how these other players are able to play the rest of this game, he could be placing in second place, given the fact that if Shaw is able to come away as MVP with, let's say, 1 or no kills, this could give AIS the chance to come away with a second place. As we are taking a look as well now, Star taking to the skies, Verse with full gold armor available, 2 golds, 2 purples. We're going to see the first ultimate coming out here, as I believe we're seeing both the Hottie take to the sky and the Liam ultimate getting invested as well. Matari ultimate coming out, 14 seconds left in the game, ladies and gentlemen. We now are seeing the Akos ult coming out. Verse is going to get caught out by the Liam. Liam able to take full control here, as we are seeing Star is going to go out. Fun Plus Phoenix's Verse picking up his 5th elimination, and now GG Shaw with 0 eliminated. I just called that. There's no way that happened. GG Shaw is going to MVP with 0 eliminations. The multiplier going to nobody. I'm loving it. It is a less diverse lobby, so we do have 2 heroes that have been triple picked here. We've got the Liam, and we also have the Akos coming through, as WBG Spider going for the scale rush on the Greatsword right away here. We see SS1 Pace giving heavy chase with the Fist Blades. Jump LMB, jump LMB. Say it, bro. Say it.
No, I know we're going to get more jump LMBs, so it got to be in a moment. Look, you had it this time. Spider trying to retreat. You know, there's always jump LMBs. Always jump LMBs.
Always jump LMBs.
Always. But yeah, I mean, Spider now, Blue Dagger this time around is going to go off to just retreat from the situation. GG Shaw picking up elimination onto SS1 Pace. And this is bad for Pace here, Seth. We see him having good games, game 1 and 2. Now it's starting to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, he has been fully eliminated with 0 kills in the last game, and now he is already getting sent back to the Soul Altar here, as GG Shaw was able to pick up a kill here, as now we're taking a look. WBG Spider, no armor available. Scale Rush is going to come through. Second Scale Rush coming through as well. Third Scale Rush coming through, but he does find himself a blue armor, getting pushed into the blue armor by GG Shaw now. Blue Dagger versus Gray Fan, who's going to come out on top. F ability going to get invested for Spider here, as we're going to see the uppercut coming through here into the extension, but now we're seeing him come through, tries to go for the uppercut into the jumping RMB. As we're going to see Shaw now with the Akos ult invested, gets the Tiger Leap into the pounce, and Spider goes down with no eliminations on the board right off the rip here. Interesting play coming out. And now we see Spider taking himself to the Soul Altar to try and go for a revive here. We're going to see Frostivus with the huge parry onto Wolf's Wang Liang, able to deal a decent amount of damage, does have purple nunchucks in hand, but now is getting third-partied here, and the fourth party starting to come through. Frostivus finding himself always in these situations where the entire lobby decides that they want a piece of his action, and now is able to get an armor swap and back off. The rest of these players have decided to give him a little bit of space here, as we're going to take a look at EWG's Arano coming through on the Fist Blades, as well as TE Star. Mirror matchup coming through on the Mataris here, as both of these players trying to make the exact same play, coming through, seeing who is going to be victorious. TE Star looks like he switched over to the dual blades, now back onto the Fist for that extra movement here, as we are seeing Arano trying to keep up the chase, but it's unable to make anything happen. Star doing such a great job at running away here. Now we're seeing the jump LMB coming through from Arano. Now, Alt F invested from T-Star all the way to the gold focus to be able to scale away here. Star, no armor available. So this is going to be a tricky one for him to be able to come out of here. Star.
Yeah, it's going to be rough for him if he gets caught up, but he has around like 60% on that rage. Arano's on around 80, so he could fall in the situation, and Frostive is getting hit by the 2-on-1 here off the nunchucks into the V2. Does not connect off of that. AIS in the back end as well, preparing that cannon. Now the 1-2 on the ground for the nunchucks. Now puck comes in. No, it's a clink now. F1 called in for there for Frostivus, and the AIS is going to snag up. Yeah, that's super rough there for Frostivus. Still trying to find a fitting. Recatches the Proud this time around against AIS. And double jump the LMB focus. Okay, a little bit of a staff tech there against the nunchucks, but he's going to get caught up off the Prowl here, off the blue nunchucks there from AIS. To be able to create a little bit of space here, does not let loose that nunchuck meter burn. LB focus connects there for AIS. 30% damage reduction here for Frostivus. Alco's ultimate is invested for both Oculuses now. To be a mirror here for both Oculuses. The V2 missed there for AIS. Frostivus, some good patience, is going to be hit off the F1. The V2 misses there for Frostivus. Trying to roll it, doesn't manage to do so. We see it there. The 10th roll coming into play, catches the prior off of this, off the uppercut to the V2. Is going to get a little bit of siphon back. We got action now showing into the party, and it's going to be bad for Frostivus. He's not going to fall yet. He is very weak in the back end. AIS stays alive, and the Kilo ultimate is going to invest there for action, and he's going to snag up 2 freebies there for action. That's going to pull up 2 on the board there for action.
Frostivus is just like the most unlucky player in the NBPL. We see this happen time and time again. I feel like he just cannot catch a break. He doesn't get those isolated 1v1s that these other players have. I don't know if it's the fact that he is a newer player into this NBPL, or all these other players know a little bit of secret tech that he isn't able to perform as well compared to these other players, but it just seems that he's getting unlucky. It seems that he has the skill to compete with these players, but every single time he finds himself in these scenarios where he's the one getting sharked down, he gets so close to finishing these kills and then just ends up getting third-partied here. We saw it happen twice. AIS stole a kill, and then it was Kaylee's, or it was Bauda's action who was able to come away with the kill. And now BB is slow. He picks up a kill. Gentlemen, he did it. Oh my goodness, the cannon shot from downtown. Steph Curry with the 3. BB slows now fighting on to Fun Plus Phoenix's person. Look at him go. His W key must be broken because all he does is press it. But there we go. We're going to see him get fully eliminated after 1 elimination. This is what I'm saying. Like, he is fighting in the zone. He's using his ultimate. He's not playing very smart. And I'm confused on the game style here. I'm not sure if he's doing this on purpose or if he's just he's out here to have fun. He's just here having a good time. But he does go down. He picks up an elimination though, and I could not be prouder, as now EWG Zerano and TE Star still going at it in the back end on these Mataris here, as it looks like he's able to bring the fight around a little bit. Star able to deal a little bit of damage. Good tap dodge on to the Matari F here, as now they're trying to keep chasing each other. Star very, very low in HP. The revives are going to start to disappear though pretty quickly, as we are going to see the Fs come out again. T-Star about to get it off of cooldown. Going to end up trying to pop that pretty quickly here. You're going to see it come through, but he is going to go down as TG25 comes through with an elimination. Arano, very upset. He's been chasing this kill since the start of the game, and now he goes out as well. He does do it before the revives end, so he is going to be able to have his life back and try and come through with another victory. As, oh my goodness, we see WBG Spider with the Liam ultimate able to deal a decent amount of damage off of the ball catch here, as Pace now in a very sticky situation. It looks like Spider is going to just avoid the Realm of Yang and try and go for this elimination before the Realm jumps through, and Pace is going to go out again with no eliminations on the board, allowing Wolves Wang Liang and Alliance's Frostivus to be able to keep up pace and come through and try and make a play for the crown here to be able to qualify. Bauda's action now getting absolutely demolished with the dual halberds combo from JL's AIS, and now forcing the ultimate out is going to be action. We are going to see, it looks like Frostivus was able to sneak himself into the Realm of Yang, and so is action. So we're going to see Alliance versus Fun Plus Phoenix and Wolves versus Bauda coming through, as well as Spider going to be fighting against Kaylee's T225. That is sure to be a intense Realm of Yang, as action starts things off. We're going to see him not taken to the skies as the most players usually do here, as we are going to see Wang Liang trying to come out with a fan focus attack right away. Sends the second one out here into the trigger block, into the prio, but the F ability is going to come out from the Liam to be able to dodge the prio into the uppercut combo here, as we are going to see grapple on, connects here, gets the prio a second time here, tries to go for the parry, is not going to be able to connect here, goes for the cancel with the grapple, is going to end up just backing off here, going for a bit of a heal here. Fist blades coming out from Wolves Wang Liang, huge clank coming out now, as we are going to see him able to come through, but the F ability is going to stop most of the damage coming out, as now we see the ultimate coming out from action, but the prio, Wolves Wang Liang into the jump LMB, taking away most of the ultimate power away from action, not able to get too much siphon off of that, as we are going to see the ultimate now coming out from Wang Liang, doing a very good job of dodging here, as we do see he does get the one hit off. Are going to see him just go for a little bit of a reset here, as about as action desperately needs the reset as well, getting him more Kylan slashes as well. If you didn't know, if you heal up a little bit of HP, we are going to see the ultimate fall though, as brings it down. Now the clank coming through, ultimate is going to be invested, last stage of the Liam ult coming through, but gets the overhold charge. Clank coming through into the meter block, but brings it through with the charged LMB. Very, very low HP here. F ability invested, action dangerously low here. 1 HP in a dream for both of these players. Cannon shots come out, but he doesn't switch to the weapon fast enough, and Wolves Wang Liang gonna come away the winner. Fun Plus Phoenix also taking out Alliance's Frostivus in the realm of Yang, coming away with Evermillion's bird buff.
This is where you gotta be careful here for Wang Liang. We've seen it time and time again where second half of the matches, he has those pop-off games and he's starting to turn on up. And we see him, I believe, currently in 14th place. Pace does get eliminated. He is 13th. Wang Liang's in 14th. So if you're a Frostivus fan, Pace being eliminated there by Spider earlier was a massive sight there for Frostivus. Now he's going to have that Yang depletion timer, but Arano against Verse this time around. 1-2 off the Hong Sword. Blue Hong Sword for the Arano. Gold Dual Blaze for Verse. He is going to have the weapon advantage, and he's going to have Vermilion's Burst Might buff as well. Triple LMBs to the Matari ultimate here to avoid the grapple R&B focus there off the Dual Blaze, trying to kite this situation out. Has the ult online, he needs it, but he wants to wait for this ult to go offline. He is going to go ahead and take a quick little reset. We see Wang Liang on the backside eating up a lot of damage there from Frostivus. Frostivus already in that ult form. Aerial LMB, F caught him there from action, trying to see if he can catch Wang Liang in the backside, but it looks like Wang Liang is going to be able to take a quick reset as well in the backside there on the Liam with 2 minutes and 30 seconds and counting. Frostivus trying to see if he can try to cleanse his Yang depletion timer. He is going to have FPXDQ's Verse on his show this time around. He's trying to see if he can kite this out to take a quick reset. He's going to send LMB focus. A LMB doesn't catch the area R&B though. F1 called in there for Frostivus. Now trying to even out the health as much as possible. The Liam F invested, takes his turn back there off the dagger now, sends it right back again as well. Big damage there for Frostivus onto Verse. Let's see if he's able to weave these ultimates here from the Liam. No siphon back there for Verse. He's gonna go ahead and wait this out. He's gonna go ahead and take a little quick reset inside the zone. Cancellation there for Verse. F1 called in there for Frostivus, but still fighting inside the zone. Doesn't have the health advantage. Might fall in this situation. The 1-2-3 sends it, but the F invested there from the Liam. And Frostivus is gonna fall off of this with no eliminations. And Wang Liang now jumps to 12 off of this with 26.5, a 0.5 point difference. And Wang Liang is still in the mix. And that's super unfortunate there for Frostivus. He needed to try to pick up this elimination on Wang Liang. That would have been a better sight for him, but he still has 2 more games to go after this Spider against T225. Kylan ultimate invested here for T225, applying tons of pressure onto Spider. The back-to-back juggles, the triple. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage onto Spider. F called in there from Liam, from the Liam. Now AIS showing up to the party. Spider job's very low off the gold nunchucks. AIS is going to be snagging up the elimination here. Vermilion's Birds Might buff there for Spider. He is going to stay inside this game. Ooh. Little headshot there from T225 there onto AIS. Aqua's ultimate now invested this time around is going to be able to scare Rush on out of this situation. The Aqua's ultimate is going to run out in halftime. Spider might be moving right back in. We see him in the mini-map already getting active against T225. The counter grapple bump doesn't catch the focus attack though. Overholding here with the gold nunchucks, trying to see if he can find the elimination onto T225. F invested there for the Keelan. He knows that the Keelan has no ult online, so he can't get full active if he needs to. We see him already applying the pressure. Nice shift parry there from Spider onto T225. That's gonna be big damage off the gold nunchucks as well. Catches the R&B there to the follow-up R&B there for Spider. He's gonna pick up his 3rd one, I believe, of game number 4. That's a massive kill there for Spider. Now currently in 1st place, trying to carry on over the most amount of points over to the bi-weekly final. We see him with 49.5 currently here for day 3. Already overtaking Fong, already overtaking Wu Fong as well. Great showcasing here for Spider. And Arano as well, being in fourth with 42.5. Mike drops down to fifth. I believe he was in third, moving on into our starting off our day 3. He was in third. GG Shaw waiting for this Realm Yang, has to pass online on the Akos. Gonna wait and see how he can do for this game. Currently in 11th place, trying to get more of a lead to make sure these players do not contest his 11th place spot right now. But Spider quickly posted up for the Realm Yang as well on the gold nunchucks. We've seen him now. I was just watching Spider the other day too, and he was playing the nunchucks opposed from all the other weapons. He had pretty much a full gold inventory, and I saw him, preferably taking the purple nunchucks that he had in his inventory, opposed from all the gold weapons he had as well in that situation. But this Realm Yang is going to be a Liam v. Liam. WBG Spider against FPSZQ's verse. Both players with gold weapons. They are going to start up going up high for the high ground. Verse the gold dual blaze in hand, trying to lay down some pressure off the blue cannon. Does not manage to get a burn tech, I believe, but that let me focus. It's gonna connect here for Spider. Overhold and sends it back to back. F called in there for the Liam. Now Spider can get active off of this. Nice scare rush. F called in there for the Liam as well for Spider. Trying to see he can catch the prior off of this. Gonna spin back the LB focus. Gonna wait this out, creating the space. Quick little reset for both players. Both ults still online. F's on cooldown still for both. Nice scale rush there for Spider. Doesn't catch the ultimate though. Oh, the ultimate's gonna be invested there for Verse. Now it's the V2 called in here for Spider. Now what's gonna be the mixer here for Spider? Nunchuck meter burn. He can upgrade off of this as well to restand it. Gonna recast the V2, but the F called in there for Verse to avoid it. He knew it was coming. Trying to wait this out. He has one more people online for himself. To Spider now has the health advantage. Verse gonna get cut off the V2 this time around. Go ahead and talk. This is so good about the V2. I mean, you're able to catch a quick little reset into the damage, and we see him cinnamon inside the wall, but Verse drops very low. Spider with the health advantage right now and wants to see if he can try to pick up this elimination onto Verse into the 1-2 finisher there for Spider. Nice little showcase in there for WBG. Spider securing another one for this game. I mean, he's showing up now. Jail's AIS as well. Gonna pick this up, and it's gonna be a gold long sword in hand for Spider, but I believe he's gonna stay here with the gold nunchucks. Still now, go ahead and chew out the situation. Spider's gonna wait this out. Go ahead and can't get active off this White Tiger's powers. See him now with a second inventory.
Absolutely insane. As going for the nunchucks is definitely the play here, as going into from the V2 ultimate capture into a full meter dump from the nunchucks. Even if you have the F to be able to avoid it, it is going to be a devastating amount of damage coming through here, as EWG's Arano taking to the skies here, trying to run away as much as possible, able to tap dodge just enough away from that F ability from GG Shaw, but he's still hungry for this elimination. Arano forcing himself to get away from this fight, does not want to be in the position that he's in. He's losing so much HP. GG Shaw just giving such an aggressive chase, but Arano doing an amazing job at being able to stay out of the way of all the damage here. Is going to be using that scale rush to climb away as fast as possible. GG Shaw still hot on his tail, and the rest of these players are going to start to notice this and attempt to close in here, as we're seeing the F2 come out, but canceled by the F into the jumping LB. 1 HP in a dream right now. Arano able to just back dodge away, gets the F back as he cancels his ultimate, gets one more F ability, trying to find himself an armor swap, but he's going to get a pot reset. GG Shaw had it within 1 second, but is unable to come away with it now. And he's just going to be able to break the ankles of Shaw even more now, as he's found him. He's caught him out. He used that F to try and get away, but the F of Akos was able to prevent the escape there. But Arano now doing such a good job at kiting here through this area. Is going to end up getting caught out pretty quickly here. Still 8 seconds left on that F ability to be able to survive. We are going to see the ultimate coming out. I believe GG Shaw is on that Yang depletion, so he's going to need to come up with this kill very, very quickly here. In a little bit of trouble. We are going to see him. He only has 3 minutes left, so he does have ample time to try and come away with this elimination, but he was so close and now he's so far away. Everyone in the lobby has spotted them all out. They see the active Akos ult. They're going to wait for that to drop, and now I believe Arano, back on a full reset here, is getting caught out by JL's AS. Fun Plus Phoenix's versus the other player on Yang depletion is going to need to find himself something very quickly here. GG Shaw not looking too good for him. He might need to try and snake away a little bit of a third-party Bloom steal if he wants to stay into this game. But we are going to be seeing them try and come away with it. Arano still heavily focused by GG Shaw. finding him, and now the prio is going to be given over to Arano from the F2, but Arano getting decimated by the entire lobby as bow shots are flying through, cannon shots are connecting left, right, and center. Arano needs to grapple away. He's going to get grapple checked onto, and now it's JL's AIS trying to come through with the extra damage to come away with this elimination. I do believe he does have Assault Smolder, so on that pole sword, it's going to mean heavy damage if he connects with the grapple shot. Oh, and the blue armor swap is going to come out for Arano here as he's getting backed into a bit of a corner as Fun Plus Phoenix's verse now trying to come away with the elimination. He's the other player who needs this desperately, but all of these players getting caught in the corner here could be a lot of trouble for EWG's Arano as GG Shaw trying to enter into the fight as well here. Huge double parry coming out here. Arano able to escape with his life, but now the burn damage coming through, and now AIS gonna try and come away with the kill, but it looks like he had, oh my goodness, he keeps, I mean, wait, I believe he had Mortal Defiance and he had the Red Soul Jade, the Vulpine Essence, and now Spider looks to be the one to come away with the elimination, the one person who doesn't need it. Fun Plus Phoenix's verse now fighting against GG Shaw. The Yang Depletion players going at it over and over, and now Shaw is going to be eliminated as Verse picks up the kill and cures his Yang Depletion. JL's AIS now is going to be a victim of an uppercut here into the ball, into the ultimate, is going to end up getting eliminated here. Grabs the Soul Bloom off of his body, does have that ultimate throw available if he needs to. Wang Liang is going to try and come through, does tap dodge away from the ult, so he does not have any more ultimate throws to come through. We are going to see him try and go for that gold armor swap. He's just trying to bait out the swap here as it looks like he is going to end up backing off.
You see how much rage you get back here in Immortal Warrior off of one Bloom pickup. Already overpassing Wang Liang with how much old rage he had, but now Spider running the V2, full kitted out here on the weapons. We see 3 gold weapons in inventory: gold longsword, gold spear, gold nunchucks in hand here for Spider. Picking up another elimination there. That's super unfortunate for Arano. He did have the Vulpine. And it's just rough. The player who had the Yang Depletion timer was just full aggressing the Matar there, and that's in the situation like that, you just see that the Matar is just running away. He did not have ult, so he had to try to kite the situation out. But you just get the full lobby focusing you, and that's just a rough way to get out. Wang Liang getting clipped off the, I believe, the Moonbane there. Gets a little bit of damage down to Wang Liang, and Burst now applying the pressure onto Wang Liang. 1-2 off the nunchucks, overholding now. Wang Liang trying to kite the situation out as much as possible and be able to go ahead and re-pick up the gold armor on the ground there. He is going to go ahead and try to get some damage onto Verse, but Verse applying tons of pressure. RB Minx there for Verse. Back-to-back swell. 1, 2, 3 is going to get parried there from Wang Liang, but he's on Liam. You don't take no damage off of that. You have F on cooldown, and we still see the pressure going towards Wang Liang's way, and Verse coming in hot here with the RBs. Wang Liang's going to go ahead and invest the F, trying to kite it out, trying to use the terrain for his advantage, and this could be an isolated fight. This could be an elimination here for Verse, picking up potentially his 5th one, then there it is, and Wang Liang is not happy about that, and you can see it there. Verse is going to pick up his 5th one of game number 4 now with 39.5 overall game score, but a good sighting here for himself here for these games. Still has 2 more games to be played out, potentially the running here to take the MVP as well. Now Spider against Verse, big scrap off, got Storm Sharp for one of these players. Verse go ahead and try to cut out of this situation with Spider's going to apply tons of pressure. Both Leo ults are online if needed. Verse going to be the first one to pop it though. Go ahead and overhold, doesn't bite those. Spider staying on neutral, being well-rounded. The F is going to use for movement this time around for Verse. Top of the Ballista Tower. Sits down the RB focus. 1-2 on the ground as well. Sits the RB focus again. 1-2 on the ground. Oh my god, big damage here for Spider. Verse now drops very low with one more ult F charge online for him. I believe, no, he's going to cancel. Still has 50% left to the 1-2 Migs. No, the F called in to the pistol shot there for Spider. Picking up his 7th one of game number 4. I mean, he is on fire right now. This is what I was saying. He was doing this day 1. He was having these massive pop-off games, and we see it clearly once again here for day number 2 for him. Day number 3 overall here for the Pro League. Now Spider getting active against Star. F caught in here for the Matar. This is our last 1v1 of game number 4. Spider looking to try to get active. Didn't even invest that ultimate earlier in that scrap off, so he can still get aggressive off of this little cancellation there off the LB focus there for Star. He is going to be sent down off the F alone. Now Spider's going to have the time to take a quick reset, and as we see him already with full gold armor back up for himself. Star has an ult online, can't get active, but trying to kite out the situation. Not wanting to play inside the Bane, but Spider not afraid of anything. Trying to get right inside the mix. He is going to get some pressure there onto the R&Bs there. Star is going to use the F4 spacing here this time around. Channeling down a bow shot. One does connect there, lays down 2, only 1 connected. Scale Rusher on now, go inside the Bane. A little bit of Bane surface here. Do not want to get clip off of this. Could be bad. Star doesn't want to take the fight to Spider. He's trying to kite the situation out as much as possible. With 13 seconds left, he's going to be clipped off the Bane. This is what I was saying. Star's going to lose all that armor to the 1-2. Now, almost get clipped off of that as well. Trying to use the Ballista Tower as movement. This could be bad for him. Not wanting to fight this out. I don't understand why there's only 1 player left. He's going to probably potentially fall to this. Try to take a quick reset in, but Spider just applying tons of pressure here in the situation. Does manage to pop 1 common powder in, or a white health in, I should say. Now, using the F, overholding, gets a little bit of damage there towards Spider, kiting on the situation once again. Now the pressure is on, no health left. That's just rough here for Star. I'm not sure why he's not sitting and fighting. He has ult online.
He doesn't want to fight the White Tiger's prowess.
I mean, he's weak, you know, like it's just a lot of hits there off the Bane. You know, he had the Bane stuff because the Ballista Tower was in the center, and now the V2 is going to be invested here for Spider, trying to catch him lacking. The F is invested once again, and that's one thing good about the Matari. He's just using that F as mobility, but he's sitting inside the zone, can't drop very low. He is going to fall to that. He's not going to give Spider the elimination, and it's just rough, you know. I know he had the White Tiger's powers online, but still, getting clip out the Bane there is just a lot more riskier, finding out the situation, then standing the ground on the outskirts of the Bane. And we saw that Spider with a marvelous game 4, 7 on the board. I mean, WBG Spider showing out here for this game. He's going to be sitting nice and comfortable there in the overall standings in first place.
The pull through. You know, NA does have a little bit of bias towards Frostivus, as he is the tri-region champ, as we like to call him over here. Is going to be able to get himself some blue armor and a blue staff right off the rip here. Out on to Baoda's action. The player he was fighting earlier did end up getting third-partied. We're going to see a huge parry coming out, though. Frostivus now in a bit of trouble here. Does have F available. Is going to pop it to be able to get the prio, but action coming through with the freeze is going to be able to save himself a little bit here. Going for that armor reset now. Frostivus in a bit of trouble. Finds himself a blue armor. Be able to reset here. Baoda's action is going to turn right around the other way here. Clank coming through. We are going to see the longsword slash going to be reigning victorious into the uppercut combo here. Frostivus into the weapon swap, but the Justina freeze is going to be able to reign victorious into another weapons confirm, is going to come away with the kill, and Frostivus, for the first time in a couple of games here, is going to be able to come away with an elimination right off the rip without getting third-partied. Perfect start for the game for him. Is going to try and go for an uppercut onto Fun Plus Phoenix's verse here. Tries to go for the parry, does end up missing here. Is able to get prio, but the terrain is going to grief him a little bit here. Tries to back off now, in a bit of trouble. Goes for that gray armor swap right off the rip. Is going to get the prio into the weapon swap again here onto Verse. Verse just taking so much damage, as now the F ability is going to get invested. Grapple chase onto him. He's going to try and go for an armor swap, but that blue armor had already been used up. Frostivus using every single armor he possibly can in the area. We do see the SS1 paste very close in proximity here. We do see a blue armor on the ground. Who's going to grab it? Verse is going to be able to come away with it here, but now Frostivus in a bit of trouble here. Is going to try and just get away. Goes for the double jump. Isn't going to be able to. The jump LMBs are just a little too much. The ultimate is going to start to come out here. But now paste on the 1-2. Frostivus actually coming out on top of this here. But now, oh my goodness, the Kylan ultimate is just going to be so devastating. Frostivus is going to go down early here. And paste, the one player he wanted to not come away with this elimination, he would have rather Verse got the kill, is going to be a little bit higher in the standings. Pace now. Very, very high aggression onto Fun Plus Phoenix's Verse. Is going to be able to get the tail end of that slash here. But with one little chance left of his ultimate here, Pace is going to be out of his ult now, forced to run back and try and hide as fast as possible, as now Verse on full chase with his ultimate, answering, saying it's my turn now. Hits him once, hits him twice, and Pace goes back to the Soul Altar with only one elimination. Look at this. Wang Liang, Frostivus, and Pace all on one kill, all back to the Soul Altar.
Yeah, and I mean that's fine. You know, off drop, you're able to lose one life, and be able to catch eliminations, which we saw value there for all 3 players. Getting one on the board. Unfortunate for Frostivus, those third parties are getting to him tonight. There's just, he had the upper hand against the Hottie. He did have the Matari online, and the Hottie did not. So he had everything that he needed to stay aggressive in that situation. But just Pace was quickly on the scene there to snag the elimination onto him. Now we see Spider on the Tessa. Hero who has not been seeing a lot of value today, but We're going to have to wait and see how he does. We are going to probably see him in the realm of Yang. So he's going to go ahead and back up from the situation. GG Shaw and TE Star going at it. Going to go ahead and get more resources to scale to take that realm of Yang. And we saw some nice showcasing there from Frostivus running the nunchuck pole sword swap combos there off the uppercut to confirm the focus attack off the pole swords. And I believe the first one I saw doing that was Spider, almost like near a year ago, probably doing that. It's been quite some time now where he was, using nunchuck pole sword swap. So I'm glad to see it once again. JL's AIS, GG Shaw, and TE Star all going at it near this ballista tower. And when this is a common playground for these players, we see them time and time again using these ballista towers to kite around and stay mobile to not make sure they don't get caught up here from any pressure thrown their way. Wolves is Wang Liang in Plume Castle. The outskirts of Plume Castle trying to scale up some more. We got Arano and T225 going at it. We got TOD happening here for Arano into the V2. We are going to see the one pop in here into the knockback there from the V2 to the follow-up R&B. I mean, look at the damage off of that. And he's going to snag up gold halberds as well off the T225's body. I mean, he is set up now for the Rubber Yang.
I think he was trying to go for authority roller kill. Yeah, he wasn't able to time it perfectly there, but we do see the elimination come through anyways, as we're going to see the Kylan ult coming through from GG Shaw, able to get the first hit of damage onto JL's AS, as AS decides to pop the ult of his own and take to the sky. Shaw hot in pursuit as TE Star also trying to give chase here. He is going to be able to connect on the first Kylan slash, misses the second though here, is going to be taking a lot of damage from these Kylan slashes as he is dealing the damage to himself, does end up throwing away a slash here, tries to get some siphon onto Star before his ultimate is eventually going to run out, but he does lose so much HP. Star desperate for this kill here. He is hungry for the elimination, but it looks like JL's AS. Oh my goodness, it looks like GG Shaw came away with a huge parry here, and now AS trying to come away with the elimination here is going to miss. Star missing the ultimate into the grapple up. Oh my goodness, the F ability coming out to save his life at the very end here. Throws the 1.0 out. Now all of them extremely low. Shaw was able to get a reset off from the Kylan ultimate here as they go for the parry, the overhold, but the F ability is going to save his life here. Everybody with 1 HP and a dream just running away as fast as possible into the grapple bump, into the jump LMB, into the scale rush, connects, and GG Shaw goes down. JL's AS is also going to go down quickly here as TE Star coming in with a double charge from the pull sword to pick up that elimination. Wolves, Frostivus, and Pace still on 1 elimination apiece. Frostivus and Pace are going to have to put in a little bit more work than Wolves. Wolves is sitting pretty right now. He does have that 12th place spot secured, but Pace hungry for the kills. Frostivus hungry as well, and Wolves just as ready to come away with this elimination. Bada's action now. Gonna try and give chase onto Alliance's Frostivus. Wants to come away with this kill. The jump LMB doing a great job at taking space here, but now he is gonna get sent up into the sky here as the Matari F is gonna come through to just give away most of that ground. It finds himself a blue armor swap. Frostivus is getting super lucky with the armor swaps today. In this game specifically here, as he's able to just find himself an armor swap after armor swap, keep himself alive, get himself away from the action. It looks like he's going to try and snipe the Yang coming through at the very end here. With 3 seconds left, these players are going to start to enter very quickly here. As Fun Plus Phoenix's verse is now going to be fully eliminated. Pace versus Slows. Oh my goodness. Slows in the realm of Yang coming through. He does have a very good kit, way better kit now than SS1's Pace. But with the performance that we've seen from Slows earlier today, I don't believe that he's going to come away victorious here. Hopefully he will. It will put a stop to Pace, and it will give Alliance's Frostivus a chance to come away with a little bit of an advantage lead. Pace coming through, trying to go for a bit of a scale rush here. Musket shot coming out from Slows. We are going to see the 1.0 coming out from the fan. Going for the scale rush, clank off the scale rush here, as we are going to see the F ability getting invested into the 1 jump LMB. Ultimate getting invested now from both of these players, or Slows has ultimate available as well, but Pace able to just send the shots out faster than Slows is able to charge himself up, is not able to get himself into that purple focus, making it very difficult for him to be able to come away with any sort of elimination. But now Pace is on the back foot here, getting in a lot of trouble. Slows could do it right here. He is getting him locked down, misses that last shot. They're both very low in HP. They have to be very crucial about their movements from here on out. Slows able to get himself a little bit of a heal off. So it looks like he's going to go for that shield first. Pace giving himself a full reset here, dropping all of his health jades to be able to get himself back up to health quicker here. Into the charge here, able to come back around into the slap. F ability coming out from Slows here. Slows now on the back foot, trying to go for the uppercut as Pace able to make something happen, but is going to end up getting hit by the F1 ability coming out to block the damage from the 1.0, but now the weapon swap into the charge, and Slows is going to be eliminated. Pace coming through, getting himself a gold weapon and purple armor, super huge buff coming through as X-Shin gets completely eliminated by Arano outside the realm of Yang, and KLA's T225, I do believe, took out Frostivus.
Yeah, Frostivus is going to have that Yang depletion timer. I believe it was Arano that he was up against EWG, so he's going to have that Yang depletion timer. I mean, Slows, man, that's rough. Pace was on common armor and had blue weapon, and Slows had purple fan in hand. And I mean, if your opponent is jumping, I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed 3 dashes off the purple focus off the first one if you catch him in the air. And he misses the follow-up there, so he doesn't get the extended damage there onto Pace. And we see Pace now aggression Frostivus, and Frostivus 3 minutes. Looking to try to get aggressive off of this. No, he's going to use it to back on off, using both Fs there to create the space. Now, kind of grapple in the back end there from Pace. Arano in the scene as well. This could be bad here for Frostivus. Trying to use the TP on now. It's going to go ahead and play a little bit of a magician game here, avoiding anything, not throwing out a blue to avoid getting parried. Now, Vermilion's burst right here from Pace. He has everything he needs to get aggro off of this situation. Now, trying to catch the prowl, doesn't do so. Now, big parry here for Pace onto Frostivus. It's a pulsar hit as well. 3 charges on in. We got Arano in the back end now. Frostivus needs to continue to scatter on now. So the RB makes, and Frostivus falls off the situation now. Arano against Pace. Both players here with Vermilion's burst, man. That's just super unlucky there from Frostivus, man. Getting caught up by both of the players with the buff outside of the realm. It's just super unfortunate. Arano gonna eat up some damage here from the Keelan ultimate here from Pace, and Pace applying tons of pressure. T starts showing up to the party as well, getting hit there by the shadow clone there off the slashes. He's still trying to get active in a mix. He's gonna go ahead and wait this out. Gonna go ahead and try to time the third party perfectly. Pace trying to move on in. Massive parry for Pace onto Star. F invested to avoid the damage. V2 called in here for Star. Now we see it here. Gonna waste the first F. The V2 does not connect off of that one. Now the opposing Liam's gonna call on in. No one's catching it. Yeah, he does. It's gonna be TE Star looking for the roller hit kill. Does not manage to do so. He does though, but it's gonna be the scare rush, and Pace is gonna fall off of that. Pace still in 13th place. Frostivus drops to 14th. Star now in the mix with no ult online. Needs to be real careful because he still has a Rondo on his trail. F called in to avoid the prowl. Now trying to scatter on out. I hear someone resurrecting on the top side of the puzzle. Now Star might be clipped off of this. You gotta be careful in this situation. You do not want to get hit by the roller. Ooh, nearly gets clipped off of it. Madison stay up. Now Rondo's still applying tons of pressure. The roller's coming right back around. You gotta be careful. And yeah, he is gonna eliminate it. And Rondo, I believe, no, he doesn't get the elimination.
Get the kill.
No, he doesn't. And Pace starts moving on it, but he's gonna opt to stop the pressure for now. And that's what I was saying. You gotta be careful there by the roller. He is going to fall. And I want to talk a little bit about there by T Star earlier in this game. He had the V2O up and he got parried, and I believe catching the ball off of the parry, it has to be on reaction kind of thing, or kind of like a prediction thing. And that's what I was saying, where it's going to take a little bit of time for these players to adjust to that. But it's a guaranteed ball off of a parry. But we're going to see a little bit of scrap out here with Wanliang and Spider. Wanliang investing the Hadi ultimate, trying to chase down Spider. Spider does not connect off the Tesla in chat, man. Now he's going to apply the full pressure onto Spider in the backside. Doing a good job of kiting. Does not catch anything so far. Does not catch that one as well. That's good movement there for Spider. Since back to RB focus, and RB makes right there. Big damage there from Spider Wolves. Wanliang trying to kite on out. Does catch the 1-2 into the 1-2-3 there for Wanliang. Nearly getting eliminated there, but he stays in this game, and that keeps him alive there for that top 12 spot. Now, trying to post up for the second realm of Yang. Pace as well. Both of these players know they have to go inside this realm. They have to try to pick up the most eliminations as possible. So they are going to be risking it here for the second half of the realm of Yang. We got Wolves, Wanliang, purple armor, purple fist blades on the Hadi. Pace is on the Keelan. That's purple armor as well off that first realm of Yang. Not sure what gold weapon he snagged up from that first realm of Yang, but nice little Jada inventory here for Wanliang. Blue Fang in the back pocket, blue staff as well if he needs it. You can go ahead and wait this out. This is another thing I started seeing from this year's this split of the bi-weeklies. A lot of these players are waiting to go inside the realm of Yang, but Pace is not wasting no time. He's going to be going against EWG Arano here.
Yeah, he definitely does not get to wasting any time. He is all guns and all action, especially at the place that he needs to be right now. He is on the cusp of making it to the bi-weekly finals here, as we get to see the player perspective from how they play this Realm of Yang. You can see how quickly the camera movements go from these players. As we see the 1-2 coming out into almost hitting, and the 3, we're going to see the overhold coming through, able to deal a little bit of damage with the longsword. Huge parry coming out from the cavalry bloom here, able to get the toothpick damage off into the grapple bump, into the uppercut, into the carousel, into the grapple bump, into another grapple bump, misses the last one, tries to connect. The ultimate is going to come out, does miss the ult here, as we're going to see the Kylan slash coming out with the follow-up, is able to tap dodge away in the middle of the mess here to avoid the last Liam ball, as Arano just trying to go for a bit of a reset here, playing Ring Around the Rosie with him, is going to get him out in the open, and that's all he needs to come away with the elimination. Hits the slash, even with the F, he's able to hit the follow-up here, as Wolves Wang Liang fighting against KLA's T225. Golden Nunchucks in hand for T225 here, Storm Strike for one of our players as well. Wang Liang trying to make something happen on the back foot with the blue fan in hand, is going to end up going for a bit of a reset here. Is going to be able to come away with the reset damage, but Wolves is going to lose it just as quickly as he gained it. Advanced heal able to give him just a little bit of HP more back, as he lost, as he is going to end up in the positives here. Huge parry coming through though, but is going to end up dodging most of the damage here, as KLA's T225 is going to come away with another huge parry here, and now the Justino ultimate on the V1. Misses the first dash here. We are going to see him try and go for another one in the sky. Does miss the second one here. Tries to hold the spacing, but he's able to get it into the meter dump, and Wolves Wang Liang going down to KLA's T225. What an amazing play here. Wolves getting set back just a little bit further, and SS1 Paste able to come through and pull just a little bit further than him. It looks like Paste is going up. Wolves is falling down. Frostivus, I'm not sure what's going on with him. Unfortunate place for him so far, as Wang Liang has 5 minutes now, as they have extended the timer of the Yang depletion for that second Realm of Yang in Immortal War. They do have 5 minutes instead of 3 to try and get themselves a Soul Bloom. So Arano as well going to be on that, as well as Wang Liang going to try. They are very close in proximity to each other, so a fight scrap off popping between the two of them would be an interesting play, as we are going to be looking now. Frostivus has been replaced by GG Shaw, as Shaw could be the one to fall short as well. He is at 32 points, where Wolves is at 30.5, and Paste is at 29.7. They are so close in proximity to each other. Pace is going to want to play this second part of the game closer to the end. He's going to want to play this pretty close to the vest. He does not want to go out right now. He needs a couple more eliminations in this game. He needs to get a higher placement, but most importantly, he needs to make sure Wang Liang doesn't get another kill.
Yeah, now we see Wang Liang has that Yang depletion timer. Is going to get quickly aggressive here from Arano. 1-2 is going to be gold doublets in hand here. Massive imperative for Arano. So the R&B focus does have the F to avoid the full damage. Now trying to kite the situation now with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left on his Yang depletion timer. He's going to get full aggressive on from Arano. Oh my god, there goes the TOD into the ball. What's going to be the mix up here for Arano? Looking for a wall, I believe. Does manage to get so now. Going to be able to slam him down. He's going to be able to pop the ultimate this time around. Now, how the ultimate investor here for Wang Liang. Arano trying to see if he can find another ball for himself off this V2. Going to wait this out. Probably gonna or that ult's probably gonna run out, I believe. Oh, throws it down. Oh my god, if he would have caught him through the window there, that would have been disgusting. A fadeaway ball through the window would have been dirty right there. But Wang Liang now with the ult still up, he is gonna go ahead and, well, the ult is going to run out now, and Arano's trying to kite the situation out. Currently with 4 on the board, has Yang depletion timer as well. He does have to go against Wang Liang. RB, no, it's gonna be a big period for Wang Liang. I thought he was gonna fall down off of that, but it's gonna be a big period for Arano to the sap as well. He's gonna get all that health back right once again. Every LMB into the aerial RB there for Arano. Overholding, no, it's gonna be Wang Liang sending it. Oh, spins it back to avoid getting parry. Pistol shots flying on in here for Arano. RB focus now off the staff. He's gonna send it once again, and Arano's gonna get elimination off of this. And Wang Liang super close picking up the elimination onto Arano, but it was not enough, and Arano staying up, cleansing the Yang depletion timer as well with 5, and game number 5, GG Shaw, KLA T225, JL's AIS near Plume Castle. It looks like KLA's T225 is going to be applying some pressure onto AIS in the back end. We do see the Hottie v Justina happening in the backside. We've seen some nice showcasing so far here from T225 in the Realm of Yang on the Justina, and I feel like we haven't seen the rest of his eliminations as well. This man has 5 currently right now, and Justina being one of those comfort picks there for T225, showcasing it once again tonight, how well he plays it. We do see the Hottie out now going off. It's going to cancel the ult, save 28% off that rage. He is not going to get some pressure thrown his way thus far. We are going to have a little bit of reset happening here for AIS. Pace though in the back end might want to try to get active. Currently with 3 on the board with 29.7. GG Shaw still alive though with 0 eliminations. Now it's 4 players in the mix. Can't count Frostivus off though. We still have 1 game left. He does get eliminated with 1, but if he has a massive pop-off game 6, he can make it happen if GG Shaw, Wang Liang, or even TE just don't have a phenomenal game 6. But now game 5 still in it. Pace, gold armor, gold weapon. I mean, this is the god loadout. If you're able to have a gold weapon with gold armor, winning second Roman Yang, just a good showcasing for you. Mystic might buff starting to form on up here for the Spirit Well, plus the tuna for Pace has gold pole sword in the back pocket as well. So if he wants to swap off that staff as well, he can do the uppercut swap there off the pole sword as we've seen. That was pretty much like the first swap combo we've seen. I mean with the staff and gray sword, you know, staff, gray sword. It's pretty much the standard swap that we've seen from for some time now. So if he wants to go ahead and do that, he can. But TT25, let's get the J setup here for TT25. I believe that's explosive armor that he has. 1 charge left, gold weapons in the back pocket, purple fist blades in hand, and I'm starting to see TT25 really favoring those fist blades a lot in his games. I think pretty much every single time that I see him on the screen, he has the fist blades. If he's not in a scrap off it, and you know, if it gets parried or not, he's always running those fist blades. So he is trying to play the majority of his games with that weapon. I mean, I do not blame him with how strong that weapon is, especially with the crouch and bees. I mean, it's just an overall super good weapon. We don't really have to talk about the fist blades of knowing how strong it is, but there's gonna be some pressure happening here in the Spirit Well. Ronald trying to stay up on the gold dual blaze Pace as well, trying to contest this, and this could be bad if one of these 2 players falls here, Seb.
Yeah, Pace definitely needs the Spirit Well. It'll give him such a huge boost in the rest of his game here. Ronald trying to go for the parry on the follow-up off the stone form here. Pace now taking a lot of damage. JL's AS going to put him in a little bit of trouble. Pace now forced to back off here. Is going to just opt to go for the reset instead of trying to contest. We do see KLA's TG25 does have that Cloud Weaver Jade, going to give him a huge opportunity to take space. Pace just hold charging on the full sword to try and stone form any attack that's going to come through. It is going to throw the 1.0 off onto Arano, dealing a lot of damage, forcing everybody to back off from him here. It is going to get almost 60-70% of this charge to come through onto the Spirit Well, and it looks like he might be the one to capture it. Cat pops the ultimate here to be able to get his ult back because of the Spirit Well capture here. Is going to full aggress onto AS here, and he needs this kill. He needs it bad, but KLA's TG25 comes in and swoops the kill away. But it looks like he popped the ult a second too late. He doesn't have his ult back. He is gaining rage at a rapid rate, but look at that. 28%, 30 on the ult. He thought he might have had. It looks like he popped the ult a second late here, ladies and gentlemen, and Pace gets the kill robbed away from him. KLA's TG25 on 6 eliminations here as SS1 Pace only on 3. He needs a couple more. He's 0.3 points away from Wolves' score, and it looks like he took a little bit of pop damage from the Bane. He's going to try and get out of here as fast as possible. GG Shaw looks like he might have seen something happen here. He's going to try and aggress up onto it. Playing close to the side here. Looks like he's just going to try and hold that space on this upper side. Going for that bit of a high ground here. Doesn't want to ingress too much onto Pace here, knowing that he does have that Mystic Might buff. Is going to be a little bit of a difficult play for GG Shaw here. 0 kills again. Okay, I'm just going to throw it out now in case it happens. Imagine GG Shaw gets the last person standing with 0 kills again. It looks like it's set up to happen. We've got 6, 5, and 3, and GG Shaw on 0. It happened earlier. We saw GG Shaw finishing last player alive, but 0 eliminations on the board, so he only got the 3 placement points, and the multiplier was going to nobody. And honestly, if we see that happen twice in a day, like this is some Naraka history we're recording down here. As KLA's T225 with a beautiful bow shot to steal away the kill from SS1's Pace. As Pace had a beautiful run for that elimination on the Kylan ult, but was not able to come away with it. And as you can tell, he already almost has his ultimate back. As Arano doing a little bit of kiting here, switching over to the dagger for that extra bit of movement. It looks like Shaw fighting against TG25 down on the bottom side here. KLA's TG25 getting active and ready to come away with the elimination. The 1-2-2-2-1 here, forcing GG Shaw to pop that ultimate It's going to make him go for the reset here. Only has 2 Kylan slashes with the amount of health that he's got. Is going to go for a bit of a reset here. Now gives him a little bit more options for mobility here. Paste holding that high ground. Arano trying to contest him as well. GG Shot back to full HP. Kaylee's T225 gave him a pretty good scare, but now he's back up right where he needs to be here. Does still have ultimate invested. Does go down as soon as I say that, though, as we are going to see Pace trying to come through with the Pole Sword again. Gold Pole Sword in hand is going to be very dangerous for all these other players. Has 11 seconds left on his Mystic Might. He's going to try and make the most out of it by seeing where all these other players are and give himself a good perspective on where he's going to need to position. GG Shaw taking the most damage out of all these players here. There's 2 Kylans, 1 Justina, and 1 Liam remaining in the lobby. Arano, full aggression onto GG Shaw here. Arano now taking so much damage. GG Shaw was able to defend his place up on the top here. Now, KLA's T225 getting absolutely decimated here. Tried to go in the grapple extension, but everybody dropping the grapples today. Paste especially. He's dropped a couple of these grapple extensions. We're going to see him go for the parry, attempting to make something happen, but T225 with a great uppercut combo back into it. You're going to see the explosive armor coming out as well, forcing himself to pop the ultimate here. Is on that V1 of the Justina, which we have not seen very much of today. We're going to see Arano now taking a lot of damage. The scale rush from Pace coming through almost took him out, but now we're going to see the ultimate coming through, and he's going to get sent into the storm, taking a lot of damage from the storm, including the ball as well. GG Shot getting almost completely eliminated here, trying to go for these uppercuts to save his life, and he runs right into Pace, and KLA's T225 steals another kill right from underneath Pace, as we're going to see the ball ultimate going to send him into the storm one more time. Pace is just not having the game that he wanted to. KLA's T225 on 7 elimination. Absolute insanity here, just trying to take the win away from everybody. If you did notice as well, EWG's Arano has climbed up to 2nd place, and KLA's T225 is getting very close in proximity to DRG's Fong's score. So the top 3 could be Spider, Arano, and T225 if the lobby continues the way it does for game number 6. Pace needs to get Pace needs to get both of these eliminations and finish first if he wants to come away with the MVP. I believe KLA's T225 with that 7 points is going to run away with it here, as he's going to surprise Pace with the Cloud Weaver here as the final 3 get ready to go into battle. I believe it's 1 Kylan, 1 Liam, and 1 Justina for the end. Pace the only one with ult online, so he does have that advantage right now. But as we're going to be getting into this fight, the Cloud Weaver is going to pose a super huge problem for the rest of these players.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a Frostivus fan, this is exactly what you wanted here. Not giving any of the eliminations towards Pace's way. We've seen him in constant scrap-offs, but not being able to pick up any on the board into this endgame. Still up here for the top 3. So, once again, if you're a Frostivus fan, you kind of want him to be eliminated here. Just to solidify him not getting a multiplier or any more eliminations to make it closer there for Frostivus to try to overtake, because it's only a 0.3 difference there for him to enter the top 12. And then, I mean, already with the placement that he's going to get off of this, I believe he's going to snag up 12. So, you know, just still got to wait this out. Pace with a massive parry there onto T225. Big damage, R&B. And as soon as I said that, now he's going to be active. Now, T225 is going to eat up the damage off the F there. And now he's going to go ahead and swap on over to the Fist into the Keelan Ultimate Investment here. Going to overhold, swings the first one. Zone almost completely closing 2 times there. He's going to pick up the elimination onto T225. Now, a runner flying on in the backside. We still see the pressure happening here for Pace. Drops very low here in the zone. Gets another slash hit there from Arano, or onto Arano. Pistol shot connects there for Arano onto Pace. And Pace is going to pick up 4. But it's not the last one standing. That's going to be EWG Arano, and he is going to be winning our MVP for game number 5 with a good showcase in here for the young boy, EWG Arano. Another player who is fairly newer to the Pro League, did come in the beginning of last year. I believe this might be his first year. Oh no, he came in last year, the last season of last year's summer split. So out of the map, but game number 6 is locked and loaded. We have 4 players still fighting to make it to that top 12, but Frostivus, I did see him get signed in the back end. He is going to eat up the damage off the flame here. Now, with no weapon in hand, catches a long sword, is going to be eliminated by the fire there, and that is super unfortunate there for Frostivus. You do not want to be taken out that way to start off your last and final game. He is going to have a second life there, but That is just super unfortunate there for Frostivus. You can't even make that up. You know, you can't even say anything about that because that is just super unfortunate with Spider. I can T225. We got Takeda in play here for T225. RB jump LNB here for T225 against WBG Spider. Recatches the Prio into the Furrin as well. He's gonna slide uppercuts off of this. KTO the offense jump LNB. Furrin once again, not slide uppercuts times 3 for the follow-up jump LNB. Furrin into the follow-up RB and T225 with the combo off the Furrins there, the standard Takeda combo. It has been a while since we've seen this in the Pro League, and I love to see it here for game number 6 for T225. Running that V1, showcasing how Takeda was one of his favorite picks back in the day when it was meta, but Slows against Action. V2's out here for Slows. Not catching the first ball, though. GG Shaw in the mix in the back end. This could be bad. This could be good for GG Shaw. Gets the damage there to the RB mixed there for Slows. LB Prowl here for GG Shaw in the back end, but no, it's going to be Action picking an elimination there against Slow. Now GG Shaw trying to stay active in the situation. Since the limiting focus does not cancel, he goes for the area LMB. Tries to cancel in the air with a grapple. Now Action has the F as well as the to avoid that Prowl there from the Matari dash. Now GG Shaw is gonna go ahead and invest this Hadi ultimate, try to see if he can pick up this elimination onto Action. Action with a massive TP army focus. Now since the first slash, the second one does not connect. Action has the Matari ultimate. GG Shaw has to be real careful, not gonna get caught up there off the TP focus attacks there from the Matari. Looks like he is gonna go ahead and overhold the F. Does not catch the stagger off of that though, and GG Shaw looks like he is gonna want to try to back up for the time being. He is going to take a full reset in himself against Action.
Are we just like as a community in NA just permanently cursing Frostivus by rooting for him?
I think we are. I think we are.
He just seems to get the most unlucky plays that ever happened. Huge parry coming out in the back end from Baoda's Action here. We are going to see him picking up the damage onto GG Shaw. Tries to go for another parry here. Great use of the dodge to keep spacing. Trying to gain Prio into this fight here. We are going to see the F ability getting invested. Does come away with Prio. Isn't able to get the LMB off here, though, as he tries to go for the charge attack. Tries to go for the parry, but huge uppercut combo into the extension. But the F ability is going to come out from GG Shaw to save him from the certain damage of that charged LMB. As we are going through, we are going to see the overhead combo come through from GG Shaw. Tries to go for the musket shot. Doesn't connect on the musket, but we are going to see the katana coming through from Action. Trying to go for that Prio again. We're going to see him switching back over to the dual halberds. The taps from the staff are going to come through, dealing so much damage. Action now on the back foot, trying to give as much space as possible. Trying to go for the uppercut here, and BBE Slows already eliminated. Slows, man, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Again, I'm going to leave it at that. But Action trying to go for the scale rush here. Trying to go for the parry, getting Prio off, but the F ability going to come out again every single time Action uses that F2. The F2 from GG Shaw is going to come out and save his life here as now into the back end, switching over to some dual halberds. It looks like JL's AIS has been eliminated by OnePlus Phoenix's verse, bringing him a step above in the standings, knocking AIS down into 7th position here. The scale rush coming through Shaw. This is an interesting fight here. It's been taking forever. Huge parry now. Action now lost the first amount of footing in the fight that we've seen so far. They're seeing the 1.0 coming out, getting released, getting Ryo as well off of that. Does have the ultimate available. Is probably going to wait for GG Shaw to pop his ult. 92% on the ultimate for Shaw, and they're just going back to back, F for F, answering each other. Shaw getting a huge parry now into the musket shot, and Action waited a little too long here. Oh my goodness, Frostivus versus Pace. The winner of this fight is going to decide the game for them here, as Frostivus already down to his last life. Oh my goodness, the scale rush barely saving his life here. Able to scale rush away. Frostivus in a lot of trouble. Pace trying to make something happen. The scale rush is going to connect. Frostivus able to get an armor swap here. Going to try and go for a little bit of a heal before re-engaging into this fight. Pace does the same as Frostivus is trying to scale away here. This is a dangerous zone for Frostivus to be in. Tries to go for the armor swap, but doesn't have any armor. He gets the gray back, though, as the double charge comes through from Pace on the dual halberds. We're going to see him try and come through on the dagger, but just not enough to get the amount of damage he's asking for. Is able to get the uppercut overhold here, as we are going to see Pace trying to go for the 1-2. Frostivus just trying to hold blue. Doesn't have very much to work with here. The blue dagger is just not, purple dagger just not putting in enough for him here. Is getting him very low in HP. Doesn't have very much shield left. Is able to get the overcut here. Pace getting very, very low, but now the Kylan ult getting invested. Frostivus is going to be losing a lot of HP. Getting sent up into the sky. forcing the ult here. Great ultimate to be able to get a bit of a reset off here, as now Pace is going to end up going for the reset himself. Going to throw these wisps out. Is going to catch him out here. Going to try and go for the wisp connect. Misses the second one here. Frostivus is, you can tell he's playing with a little bit of anxiety right now, as he's just getting absolutely tormented by SS1 Pace. He did manage to kite out the entire ultimate, though, as we are going to see them both go for the jump parry. Brings it back around. The F ability coming out from Pace. Brings it up again, and he takes the kill on the base. He takes the kill on the base, ladies and gentlemen. Pace does have his revive. Is going to be sent back to the soul altar, but Frostivus up by 1 kill. He still needs to get at least 4 more points if he wants to be victorious and take away that 12th place spot. But he's taking a kill away. He sent Pace to the altar. It's the perfect place he wants to be in. Now we're looking at another player who desperately needs to get himself a kill here. Almost getting hit by the poison, able to kite it out at a very good pace here. Wolves Wang Liang, KLA's T225 just angry, wanting this kill. He is hungry for the spot here. The F1 into the musket shot is going to deal a whole lot of damage, but Wolves Wang Liang does have that Yang pass, is going to pop the ultimate to be able to just kite out the rest of this here. Going to take to the skies here, see if you can get a little bit of extra damage off, make T225 burn some ultimate here, as he sends the shots back and forth. It looks like he's going to try and go and finish the kill before entering the Yang here, as this might not be the play here. He might need to go in there, gets into the Yang before anything too dangerous happens, as KLA T225 is also going to enter into the Yang. He does have that poison damage happening to him, so going to need to use a little bit of a pot up before. Going to switch over to the fan for this fight against GG Shaw, running the dual blades. This is going to be an interesting one here. A katana from GG Shaw, interesting play. You don't see very much katana coming through anymore. Ooh. Huge parry coming through. I do believe that is actually the hung sword coming through from here. Tries to go for a parry. Overhold is going to come through, but the F ability invested from GG Shaw here, trying to gain that LMB prio, is going to end up popping that haughty ultimate to try and see if he can get some damage off. Gets the 1 charge off. Tries to go for the 1 charge again, but now we're seeing Wolves Wang Liang with the Kylan ultimate in hand. Spacing is key here. It looks like Wang Liang's going to answer with the first bit of damage here, as now GG Shaw going to take to the skies. Ends up losing his ultimate here because of the height distance. Going to try and fall to the ground here. Scale rushing up to the top, trying to kite out as much as possible, but Shaw now taking a lot of damage. Misses the follow-up, though. Gets the LMB prio. F ability coming out into the 1-2. Tries to go for the overhold here. Does connect on the overhold. Connects on the overhold a second time. GG Shaw, low HP. Wolves Wang Liang needs this kill to get into the game. Huge parry, and Wang Liang comes away with the elimination. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting intense in the room here. Everybody is bringing out their best, what they have to play. He gets the purple hung sword. He gets a gold pole sword. He'll have Vermilion's purple armor. He's stacked and ready to go into this next fight.
That was a crazy scrap up, and that was a big one as well. Wang Liang against GG Shaw. Arano winning his Realm Yang as well. T225 as well. So Wolves, EWG, KLA are going to have the Vermilion's Birth Might buff. We see T225 going against Wang Liang right now. T225 trying to shut down any momentum Wang Liang has currently right now. Does have that purple pole sword off the Realm Yang. That's why this guy's the pro against T225. R&B focused there. No combo breaker on Takeda. Going to use the shove there to back on up, but it's going to get recaught the prio there for Wang Liang. To the R&B focus. That's big damage here. And the last and final hit. And Wang Liang picking up a second one now and game number 6 with 32.5 overall points. Pace with 32.7. Frostivus has that Yang depletion timer on his back. He did go inside the Realm Yang and he lost. So he's going to have that timer and the pressure on his back. And we see him now against Arano. R&B Pro here for Arano's going to go ahead and invest the Wisp here. Doesn't catch the damage. Yes, he does against the R&B Focus there. Purple Halberds in hand for Frostivus. Now, Pro for Arano in the back. And we got another player showing up. It's going to be FPSDQ's verse now. Now, he's going to clink off for that, but he's going to eat up a lot of damage in the corner as well. Frostivus is going to be forced to pop this ultimate here. Trying to get the pot in, does not matter to do so, but we still got some pressure happening in the back end, playing inside this Temi ult, and this is where Temi is vulnerable. Once this ultimate is gone, we're just gonna see a little bit of time here for all the pressure probably going towards the Temi's way. You see Verse already quickly aggressive Frostivus in the situation. Everybody near money trying to get some action onto Frostivus. They did see the Temi ultimate invested. Now Frostivus doing a really good job cutting the situation out, though. He does get rid of the line of sight from multiple players, but it's going to be Arano, quickly aggressive Frostivus here. Nice little uppercut, raw uppercut there from Arano to catch the F there from Frostovich. Gonna throw down the Wisp. No connection onto Verse. Does connect onto Toronto in the back end. Is gonna send the LB focus to create some space here. Now the chase is on. Frostovich needs to try to stay alive, but needs to try to stay in the mix to try to cleanse the Yang depletion timer with 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Has a lot of pressure on his back. No armor in his inventory. All pretty much completely gone, as well as a quarter of that white health as well. So he is very low. He's gonna eat the damage off the RB focus there from GG Shaw. Trying to stay alive, fighting for his life. We got the Hottie ultimate invested for GG Shaw. They're all trying to claim the elimination. It's gonna be first picking elimination here onto Frostovich, and that's gonna be Frostovich's run. He is not going to make it into that top 12 threshold. That is super unfortunate there for Alliances as Frostovich. Now we still have Pace, Wolves, Wallion, and GG Shaw fighting for that spot. 2 out of the 3 are going to make it. Is it going to be Juan Leon contesting Pace now only with 0.2? Is Pace going to be able to close out the distance against GG Shaw to secure his 11th place spot? We're going to have to wait and see here in game number 6. Arano going at it in the back end against Verse still. GG Shaw has the opening that he needs to get this third-party action in. We see Arano dropping very low. The damage is going to go towards Verse's way. It's not GG Shaw picking up the elimination. Verse now has 4 on the board. Gets the uppercut through the window, but doesn't capitalize off the full damage. Verse trying to stay alive. He's going to go ahead and kite the situation. Now trying to retreat. Trying to post up for the second Roma Yang. GG Shaw as well. We got Spider with 1 on the Zaping. Arano with 1. T225 with 2 on the Cicada. Verse with 4 on the Liam. Star with 0 on the Hottie. GG Shaw with 2 on the Hottie. Pace with 1 and Wang Liang on healing with 2 as well. I mean, that is super unfortunate for Frostovich. The start he had as well. You can't make it up, man. It's just super rough, man. Throughout the whole day, not being able to pick up his eliminations, getting them stolen multiple times. Wins the scrap off against Pace early in this game. Very close call. Does come out victorious. Goes to Solid Roma Yang and falls off of it. It's just super rushed there for Frostovich. He is not going to be able to qualify, but Wang Liang and Arano going at it right now. Go long sword in hand for Arano. Wang Liang has the pass and go ahead and get rid of it. Arano's going to go ahead and snag up the pass this time around. Wants to make it inside this Roma Yang. Currently with 1 on to Justina. He is going to be able to snag up that Roma Yang. Now Pace and Star going at it. RB focus connects there for Pace. I believe the parry went towards the back way, so he was not able to connect off of that. But Pace has blue armor, blue fist base in hand. Action lurking in the outskirts. TE Star, though, laying down some pressure off the cannon shots. Is going to be at PSEQ's Verse against SS1's Pace here. And this is a big scrap off here for Pace. He has to try to pick up this elimination here in this Roma Yang. Only with blue weapon and blue armor. Going against Verse with purple armor, purple weapon. It's going to be a high task here for SS1 Pace to try to win this. But if anybody can do it, it can be Pace. He's had some success in these Roma Yangs time and time again. I'll be proud of that for Verse. F invested early here for the Keelan. Now, trying to take a quick reset in. Here's Verse drop down. Trying to see if he can find the opening that he needs. Overholding. It's going to be the mix up here. Cannon shots flying on in here for Verse. Can apply a lot of pressure if he connects off of this. Does not connect so far. Now, Pace. Go ahead and play the top side of these pillars. Verse as well. Both of these players playing a very conservative right now. Both players they're like in sync right now. And we probably here for Pace. F called in for the Liam there to avoid the full damage off the fist blades. Now, a little bit of movement error. Might eat up the damage off of this. 1, 2, 3 connected for Pace. Now, Liam ultimate invested here for Verse. Can't use the ult to avoid any of this. The first one's going to be Wee. That's V1 there for Verse. Next ship period there for Verse onto Pace. Now, what's going to be the mix up off of his lunch into the F. Pace now going right back in with the blue dagger. And that ult is going to get a charge up off the blue ready off of that. Now, what's going to be the mix up here for Pace? Cast the first slash. Big damage off of this. Verse now. Try to cut out the second one. Gets clipped off the second. The third one connects as well there for Pace. No, nearly clips him though. Now the fourth one does connect. It's a little bit of rollback off of that. Connects out the fifth as well. Big damage here for Pace. Now he's going to lose a lot of the white HP as well. Verse trying to stay up right now. He is going to have the health advantage in this situation. Pace might be caught up on a cannon here. He might be eliminated off of that, but he is going to be able to stay up for the time being. Pace now does not get the damage off the follow-up. Since that'll be focused. Now he can get a follow-up. The F called in there for the Liam. Trying to slap him on out. Trying to get the damage off of that. Does not manage to do so now. Both players in neutral back again. Catches the front Pace now with the RB focus. He is going to win this Roma Yang. And that's a mass elimination there for Pace. He is going to get the armor upgrade plus the weapon as well. And he is going to have the white tigers powers. And he's going to come on top here in this Roma Yang.
I just got to say as well, KLA C225 on the Takeda, 3 eliminations, winning that second Realm of Yang. Takeda in an isolated fight, such a strong hero, but not having a combo break option is just so difficult for some of these players to have, especially when you're trying to save your ult to go for a TOD. Popping that ultimate and using it as a combo break is something that these players are not trying to do. Arano and Verse, both Liams in the lobby actually, on the Yang depletion. Oh, I believe Arano's on the Justina. Liam for Fun plus Phoenix's verse on the Yang depletion. Paste winning the Realm of Yang with an absolutely beautiful play coming through. Almost died from the Kylan ult there. No value, very little value coming through from his Kylan ultimate, but was able to come through with the prio and come away with an absolutely beautiful elimination in the end there. TT25 fighting against TE Star down in the bottom corner here. Pace looking like he wants to engage on a bit of a third party here, as we're seeing Star taking a lot of damage here. Both of these players don't need to be engaging into fights right now. TT25 is just getting hyper aggressive for absolutely no reason, having the time of his life playing on the Takeda in this lobby here, and just making all of these other players fear his wrath, as we see him going again and again, trying to eliminate a TE's Star from this game match. He's hungry for the kill. He wants it. He sees him caught out. He knows he's lower HP. Does have ultimate available. Both of them do, as he does miss the grapple here. Is going to end up losing sight of him, KLA, with the White Tigers buff, so he's going to be gaining all of the health back that he lost in the storm. Wolves Wang Liang here, 2 eliminations on the board. Paced at 34.2, Wolves Wang Liang at 33. So 1.2 points Wolves has to catch up to, and it's a very close game. He was 0.2 away, now he's 1.2. TE Star now ultimate invested, going for a bit of a reset here. Is going to end up canceling pretty soon here. Going to cancel the ult, get 19% of his ultimate left, and just try and scale the Celestra end circle. This is going to be one to remember, ladies and gentlemen. The amount of kiting that these players are going to be able to do, the ankle-breaking movement that you're going to see from these players as soon as the daggers and the pole swords come out, to be able to scale rush past all of these players. So we are seeing closer to the money area, as most of these other players like to call it. We're seeing EWG's Arano, Bauda's Action, and a couple other players, as well as Paste, joining in to the mix. KLA's T225 ultimate popped on the side there, trying to take out TE Star. Star getting very low, but GG Shaw coming in, trying to aggress on as well. If you did notice, GG Shaw did not pick up that kill earlier. It was Fun plus Phoenix's verse that was able to come away with the elimination that we saw in that scrap off that was happening earlier with, I forget who the person who did end up going down was, but Shaw was able to pick up the Soul Bloom, which did allow him to cure his Yang depletion from the first Yang, bringing him into this game. So he does have a lot to prove to still be here, and he is very close to that line on the bottom. So he still needs to keep playing as hard as possible if he wants to remain into this game here. We're going to see the F1 getting invested. Arano getting dangerously low here. We're going to see the jump parry coming up, but the jump LMB from the staff is going to connect through. And Arano getting very low, was able to break some ankles really quickly here, though. And now back on the other side, Kayla's T225 trying to spot somebody out. Full ultimate back again for him. Everybody back in their respective positions.
Yeah, we see you with a minute 43 here. Verse trying to cleanse this Yang depletion timer. Arano as well. And we've seen T225 get very active as well. I mean, he's on the top of the pyramid. He can get active as well. He can control the momentum and tempo of this game as much as he wants. He has the ability to do so without having any drawback from it. He's just trying to pick up more points for his last bi-weekly game, moving on over to the final. But Arano loses all that armor, trying to take a quick little reset, and he's going to eat up some damage on the backside. We do have the F investment there from the Justina. It's going to go ahead and pop the ultimate as well, trying to avoid the scare rush there from I believe it was Spider on the pole sword, and we know how much damage a scare rush off a pole sword, especially on the purple rarity, can do. Arano still applying the pressure onto T25 this way, but look at the gold damage rarity off that spear with an RB focus there onto Arano. He is going to pick up another one on the board. That's his 4th one on Takeda at PSGQ's verse now. Trying to see if he can try to cleanse for 46. You think so? Hopefully. That'll be crazy because so. we haven't seen we haven't seen a Takeda in a mix for quite some time now. I mean, looking at a character like Liam, he's just an overall better Takeda if you really think about it. I mean, it's pretty much the same concept, but just way better. So, I mean, it will be very interesting to see a Takeda catching an MVP, especially in a level of these players.
Oh, I mean, you
see Burst eating up a lot of damage in the back end. It's going to be Candace just flying on in. It's TE Star with his first elimination there on Tavares of the game. He is going to pick it up with the cannon there. That was a nice play there from Star. Wang Liang still trying to get active with a 1.2 point difference against GG Shaw to try to make it to that top 12 threshold. Now we see the Keelan to be invested against GG Shaw. This is a big scrap off. If he's able to pick up this elimination onto GG Shaw, he can cut all the pressure that GG Shaw has towards him right now and just live throughout the end game. We still have 7 players alive. See him playing it smart, backing on off from that situation once that ult is offline. Spider, though, on the Zaping. Might want to get active. We have T225 snagging up the Spirit Well for the free on the Mystic Might. Do see him picking up that buff, plus the weapon, the armor upgrade or armor reset or swap, whatever you want to call it. He's applying tons of pressure onto Wanliang. This could be bad for Wanliang. Jumping like bees, scale rush connects there. Oh my god, big damage there for T225 onto Wanliang, and this could be bad for Wanliang. He's trying to kite out the situation here against the Cicada, and you do not want to get this Cicada ultimate invested, especially with no combo breaker online, which is not for him right now. With 7 seconds and counting, can potentially get out if that Furin does get called in there onto him, but. Now, with a nice kiting here from Wanliang, trying to ice off some of this pressure, but it's just a lot. We're seeing the back end Spider now trying to move on in. Does manage to catch a common armor swap here to try to stay inside this game, and he needs to live right now if he's trying to make it to this top 12, because GG Shaw has no pressure thrown his way right now. He has a little bit thrown his way as soon as I said that from Spider, but they're looking for the Keelan right there, T225, or I'm sorry, for Pace, or Wanliang, sorry, Wanliang. Trying to stay up. Random Bang now spawning in the middle of the zone. We have zone 5 starting to spread around 55 seconds. Coming to armor here for Wanliang. And this is an easy check for any players, especially for T225. You hit the lock key, you see the armor rarity onto the player. And oh my god, it's just so much pressure here for T225 onto Wanliang. Still not letting go of this chase here onto Wanliang. Wanliang is trying to fight for his life right now, trying to stay up, but it's gonna be cannon shots flying on in. Keelan ultimate invested here. Does manage to tap dodge the RB focus there from T225. It's gonna be a lot of pressure. No, oh my god, extra with elimination there. And Wanliang is not going to qualify. And we have our top 12 being able to play this Saturday for the bi-weekly 2 grand finals. Is gonna be Pace, Shaw, ASC, OUG, TEJLs, X1, FPSGQ, DRG, KLA, EWG, and WBG all competing for the grand. Oh my god, that is super important. They're all competing for the grand finals there for the bi-weekly 2. That is just super unfortunate if you're Wanliang, especially your Frostivus as well.
Wait a minute here, CA. Action still got a chance. No, I'm just kidding.
No, there's no way. There's no way. He needs like a 10-point game.
He needs every single elimination with the first place finish. He needs to kill 1, 2, 3. That's 4 eliminations. That's going to put him up to 8 or 7 eliminations total with the first place finish. I don't even think he can still do it then. He's at 20 points. I think it would be very, very close, but no victory at the end here as KLA's T225 finally getting himself parried here. We're going to see him end up going for the overhold. Oh my goodness, everybody taking damage. Now Pace getting extremely low here. Going to try and fight for his life to try and get out. Pops the Kylan ultimate, and as we saw, almost KLA's T225 almost getting extremely low. He is leading the lobby right now with 4 eliminations on the Cicada is absolutely impressive as well. We did see Pace end up taking his spear away from him though, as we're seeing now T225 trying to run away. He did get that golden armor swap from his previous Spirit Well that he had earned earlier in the game. KLA's T225 gold nunchucks in hand now. Not ideal weapon. That he would have rather had that spear in hand. The Wild Wind Sprout going to come out from Pace. Blue fan in hand just to try and get that extra movement buff as the entire lobby hunting him down now.
Oh my god.
He's going to go down and T225 picks up the kill. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Is there anything he can't do? The Cicada on 5 eliminations is just laughing right now. Pace is just happy that he's in the finals. Shaw here trying to make something happen with the gold pole sword in hand. WBG Spider on the Z-Ping. 1 elimination so far. We've got 5 players remaining. Spider on 1, T225 on 5, Star on 1, Shaw on 2, and Action on 3. So, I'm rooting for T225 here. What are your predictions going into this game? We've got a pretty open circle. So, hotties are going to excel. Action on the Matari might have a tough time unless they do some really good jobs at kiting. WBG Spider, if it goes to the heal off, given the Z-Ping ult, is going to have the easiest time. But as far as full control of the battlefield goes, the Cicada could be in a very good position, given that there are no more Kylans and no more Liams.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes to end game, I see it really rough for the Takeda to try to come up on top. But I mean, he is controlling a lot of the playing field right now, so if he's able to get someone lobbied or someone weak, as how he has been doing, especially in Celestia, he can run all over with the MVP, but the zone is starting to close already. Zone 7 closes in about a minute, so he needs to try to make it quick right now. With the Dreadful Well, could have the potential to get some more eliminations at the end game. He already has 5. We don't have anybody else. I mean, Action, yeah, with 3, he could, potentially snag up the MVP if he picks up one or two eliminations at the end. We got a Aurora Burst on the right-hand side. Go Hongsword, go Nunchucks in hand here for T225, but often to play the Purple Dagger due to the Jade in his inventory right now. We see Spider just waiting out. I mean, Spider just been chilling this whole time. He's been winning and out, seeing where the aggressors is going. Starts moving on in at the perfect time on his ping. He has to sustain. He needs to be real careful not to get full invested onto from one of these players. Just because he's on the Zaping, he is going to have to sustain off that Zaping ultimate, but we're gonna have to wait and see. We got a hottie up, a Matari, a Zaping, Takeda, 2 hotties, I should say. It's a little bit of a different character pool right now, but Star and GG Shaw could be playing. Oh my god, I can't believe that didn't hit him through the wall. If they play it together, they can probably potentially overthrow the whole lobby, and the hotties could come out on top. It all depends on how the pressure goes, but GG Shaw now with the Dreadful Well as well. I'm gonna go ahead and wait this out. 2 players with Dreadful Well in this last and final circle. So I did not catch that earlier, but now we do see it there in the back end. See the damage going towards T225's way against Star. Star's gonna eat up a lot of damage. Gonna be forced to start moving on into the zone. We see Action, GG Shaw, TE Star, WBG Spider all playing the high ground. T225 to control the bottom field of this end circle. Now quickly spreading. Action is gonna go ahead and invest his ultimate. I believe I see it there on the top side on the Matari. Can do so with the hero pick. We see TE Star flying around. GG Shaw as well. The hotties playing that mid-ground. WBG Spider's gonna fall. Already popping that ultimate. T225 now is gonna eat up the damage off the Blister and Edge. He's gonna eat up more damage off the RB Focus. Has to run to stop that damage though. He's gonna pick up one on the board against GG Shaw, but he's gonna fall right after there to Star. And now it's gonna be WBG Spider with the sustain. But it looks like KLA's T225 is gonna be taking the MVP for game number 6. And this is Takeda coming from the shadows there. The Demon Lord himself coming in hot here for game number 6, taking the MVP.